every day for a month.
Ooh!
Yeah.
She's trying to be better for us, guys.
A whole month. Every single day.
And Wanda applauds
Be
your
grateful.
dedication.
Be grateful. I want to grow for you guys.
Your
Grateful?
dedication to
Yeah.
Come on, say what now?
Exactly. Be grateful.
Be grateful for what? What are we being grateful for?
Because I decided to grow for your benefit.
For her dedication
Our benefit.
to her own personal growth.
For your benefit.
I mean, it was just... You don't have to if you don't want to.
For your benefit. Be grateful.
I probably won't be.
Well, you should be.
The more you tell me I should be, the more I don't want to be.
Well, maybe you should want to.
Nope, not even a little bit. It's gone.
Well, maybe you should.
All of it's gone.
Okay. Well, that's on you then.
Every ounce of it.
Okay.
Out the window.
I'll remember that.
I'll remind you.
Okay, good. Great. Wonderful.
Okay, so we got somebody went to therapy, somebody went to take over a household.
You went to therapy.
That's what she just said.
That's what I was saying. I said I went to therapy for 2 hours every day for the whole last month, my dude.
Yeah, that's exactly what she was talking about.
Yeah. Be grateful.
That Luna had went to therapy for like...
You went to her mama's and found out her mama was boning that bad guy.
Yeah, and then I also went to therapy.
I guess that was after they returned to the academy there.
No, dude, the whole thing was fucking funny though. It was awesome. I loved it.
I'd have to hear it from them.
Yeah,
My
I'm
mom-
not gonna say anything else.
I'm not gonna tell the players, I mean the characters, but I'll tell the players that I went to my mom's and the guy who was sent by Tenebris to look after my mom and watch her and kill her if we did something wrong is now marrying her. And she knows that he was sent to kill her because he was like, yeah, I'm staying and I'm gonna marry your mom. With your blessing, of course, right in front of her, and she didn't know who he was, but I knew who he was, and I was like, oh, this bitch. So I told him, if you're gonna actually marry her and you actually love her, you gotta tell her, because I was about to tell her. But then somebody came to me and he was like, I love you, Alex. I mean, Luna. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So, yeah.
Bro, it was fucking wild.
All right.
God damn.
And what's funnier is she reached out to Tahlu and Tahlu's like, yeah, I'm done with this bullshit.
Damn it.
Tahlu.
Hey, Tahlu was enjoying... Tahlu's vacation was peaceful. He loved it.
He didn't have to worry about getting dragged in anything. That's what he was grateful for.
The only thing he had to do was fight some pirates, blow up the ship, and go back home.
It's fine. It's fine.
I mean, I was like, what did Wanda do?
Wanda went with me.
Wanda got flirted with and all kinds of wildness.
Pause on all that as we're getting ready to start up, and then we can get into all the good stuff that you get to learn about as we will recap everything in just a minute.
Ooh.
Roll the intro music.
That's right. The intro music rolled. Screen's been all transitioned up. So, when we last left Team Moonshadow, they had just aced their midterms and were given, for lack of a better word, a 9-week break between when they had to come back to classes. Deciding this was a good time for them to all figure out different things they had going on in their life, they all took a break and headed in different places, and we are going to quickly recap what happened in those places with those people. Let's run down the list and start with the team leader himself, Sin. Sin, would you like to recap what happened on your break and what you did?
The first few hours were spent traveling from Heartstone after being teleported there immediately by Master Celine. Finally returning home to challenge my father, to come to find out that he was sent on a diplomatic mission to Kelb. Correct? I'm pronouncing that right?
Killed.
And not only was he sent there on a diplomatic mission, one of his subordinates decided to insult the warlords of Keld,
Mm.
immediately having that subordinate dispatched rather violently, causing the others to flee, and my father being left there to essentially take the blame for everything. I left with my eldest sister Tara to Keld over a 2-day flight to land at the... what was the name of the lake?
Mirrodin Lake.
Yes.
Yeah. I had to look at it too. I was like, wait.
And then make the hike into Keld. There I visited one of the old outposts of Tenebris, because it is still at least maintained. Maybe it's not necessarily active, but it is there. And proceed to procure a meeting with the Lady of Flame, the top warlord house in Keld. Also witnessing a very violent exchange between one of the top 5 warlords and a lesser household just to collect a child, which Keldan warriors start at about 5'10" and up. So
Actually, most of them started about 6'4". The mid.
6'4".
No, I was about to
Apologies.
say you're off by 7 inches.
Well, regardless, me being 4'5", I am knee high to the best of them, if that.
Yeah, that's about right.
I make my way up the mountain to meet with the Lady of Flame for an arranged meeting, to find out my father has been kept up there the entire time in the freezing cold of, below 20 degrees. And then have to find a way to negotiate his release, essentially being a paying of a tribute of one hand, one eye, and a tail.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Dismemberment.
The Lady of Flame, for the insult given to the Keldans, required one hand, an eye, and a kitsune tail to, as she quoted, keep her warm at night, which is... yeah. It is a very big disgrace to lose your tails. My father paid with his tail, my sister paid with her left hand, and right before I was going to pay with my eye, the last act that my father made as head of the household, he decided to take that burden upon himself and lose both. After performing emergency first aid on both my sister and father, we retreated to the Tenebris outpost in Keld, and along the way back, I met Aster, a promising young warlord-to-be. At the outpost, we spent, I believe, 3 days for my father to become stable enough to move and travel.
That is correct.
To which my sister used the power of her god killer to recall us to my family home. To which melancholy emotions flowed freely as everyone kind of found out what had happened to the three of us. My father willingly handed over the title of head of the household without any sort of fight. And Lord Hisashi, the second highest family in all of Ventus, decided to make the Melnox household a vassal home. So while I may not be Kitsune royalty, I am connected to them. and I've spent the last 2 months finalizing the paperwork, getting my sister unexcommunicated from Ventus, and setting up all of the necessary framework so I can continue my schooling at Aegis and still remain head of the household.
Good for
Nice.
you, buddy.
Beautiful. Wonderful.
Hot damn.
Successful.
That is quite an accomplishment.
It was quite a wonderful time indeed. Lots of things happened. Lots transpired for Sin. With a lot of emotions and the changing of the guard, becoming the leader of his house. With that, we shall traverse ourselves over to the shenanigans that began with Luna and Wanda as they headed north of Teleria. Only a couple of days' journey by foot to Wolfpine, Luna's childhood home where she grew up. Luna and Wanda, would you like to describe what happened during your time away from Aegis?
Where do we even begin?
So we left from Aegis to my hometown, Wolfpine. Wanda came with me because I needed some support because all that bullshit.
I'm a great friend.
Right, a great friend. Right, that's what we're going with. So we went to my hometown. I saw that the guy who was sent to off my mom, possibly if we messed up by Tenebris, was still there. And the day that I met him, he proposed in front of me to my mom. And I was like, oh shit, what the fuck is this? And he asked me for my, what's it called? Blessing. Yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't know you. Let me get to know you. And so I went to his room, his hotel room, and I said, I tried to figure out what the fuck was going on. And it seems like he likes her or whatever. Weird. But I go back to my mom's. Well, some things happen, whatever. Okay, hold on. We go fishing with my with the people I grew up with, a bunch of boys that I grew up with, and the girls that picked on me. And something happens because Bessie, one of the girls, finds out that Henry, her fiance, did things with me. We did things together when we were kids. It was only third base, and I said that as much. I was like, it's only third base, so you were his first time, you know what I mean? It's nothing big. I didn't sleep with him full on or anything, and she got mad and stormed off, and he followed her. Whatever, that's fine. So I leave with a bunch of fish because he got 12 fish. I didn't catch any. That was some bullshit. But I got it back because they were trying to catch me. Now that I went into the water, they tried to catch me. And when somebody finally caught me, I let go. And then I turned into a bear to scare them. And everybody was scared except for Henry and Wanda because they knew who I was.
She turned into a fish.
I turned into a fish and then a bear.
And then a bear.
That's what I'm saying.
I know, you just didn't say.
I did. I just said it quickly. And turned into a fish. And when they were trying to catch me, yes. I said that. I just said it quickly.
Good part.
Can you? I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to do it fast, and you're making it hard for me to do that fastly. Okay. Anyways, I went to his mama's with the rest of the. I went to his mama's and then the shop with the rest of the fish, just so everybody could have some fish. She told me what I should do with this guy because she's trustworthy and I can talk to her and whatever. I went to my mom's. And was like, I was about to tell her, but then Henry comes back over and he's like, I gotta talk to you. And I was like, can it wait 1 second? And he was like, no, it can't. Just 1 second. I need you just 1 second. And I'm like, this only takes 1 second and it's super important. I'm trying to tell my mom her future husband is an assassin person sent to kill her. And you just want to talk about this drama or whatever. And whatever. I end up going outside, and while I'm going outside, what's-his-face comes up, the assassin guy, and I'm like, if you want to marry her, you have to tell her. So he's going inside to tell her. I don't know that he's telling her at that time. Well, this man is telling me he loves me, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this? I've been gone for 6 months. You couldn't tell me that before I left, throughout our whole fucking childhood. Whatever, it's fine. That gets dealt with. I'm like, I don't love you like that, but he breaks off the wedding with this girl anyways to come with me to Teleria. I mean, I said he could come with me. It's not like he was like, I'm coming with you. and my mom is told, and my mom and this guy are gonna get married, I guess, and yeah. Yeah. Oh, and
your mom. Never mind. Go ahead.
I also went to the therapist every freaking day for 2 hours for a whole month. Yeah.
You
Growth.
feel that your mama slept with Big Henry.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So my mama, I found out my mom slept with Big Henry and had a whole affair going on while me and Henry were growing up as friends. And there was like a small part of me was like, oh my god, and I like, did we do incest and shit? But we didn't do incest because he's a human and I'm a tiefling. So that's cool.
Y'all should have been there. It was funnier in person.
Oh god.
Hilarious.
Also, to calm down, Wolfpine is like a really small village of like barely 200, 250 people. So everybody knows everything that happened in this whole situation, as it's been spread as this was the best news since Luna got accepted to Aegis Academy.
Damn.
Oh, also, at one point, they thought Luna was going to sleep with the assassin.
Yeah. They were sleeping with my mom's fiance, and I intimidated them into not. And I was like, bitch, if you do, I'm going to literally find you and cut your head off. That's what I said.
It was awesome.
Well, you did go up to his penthouse room alone, and they just thought that seemed really, really weird.
Because I needed to. I needed to know who was about to marry my mom. And I said that as much, but they don't believe me.
Very true. And to clarify everything, Luna's next door neighbors growing up were the Johnsons. Big Henry Johnson, his son Henry Jr., and his wife Mary Johnson.
Damn. Mrs. Johnson.
And Henry Johnson looks like Idris Elba. So that's what's going for me right now.
Yeah, Luna wasn't all about that until she came back and he went through a growth spurt, and now he looks like a young Idris Elba. He's fairly tall and well built and an excellent hunter, and which actually, correction, he's not a ranger, he's a hunter, actually, is his class.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Similar enough. And Luna apparently was all about that life. Also, Shoki ruined a couple of gardens, among other things, with his large form playing around.
Fixed it.
Yes,
Ooh, it's fine now. We did a whole thing. It's fine. It's good.
Yes, indeed.
Damn.
And that only took about a month or so that they stayed there and then came back. And Luna went and got therapy for a whole month, for 2-hour sessions a day, to try to work through all the things she was feeling and her emotions. And she's in a better place.
Yes, and I also have a ring to find my father, because I don't know who that bitch is, but I know he's from Whitestone Academy or whatever, and he's a graduate, and he looks exactly like me, and he's somewhere possibly in Iman. I'm not sure, though, so.
Do you know your father's name?
Yes. Valentine Sharp, right? Did I say that right? Valentine.
You did say it correct.
Okay, yeah, Valentine Sharp.
Hey.
Oh, and I told Getkith and Henry and Getkith know about each other, and we're going to introduce each other and them to each other soon. That's going to be something. In one
Oh.
Wanda would have pretty much just gone on a little tour for the last month after we got back.
Actually, Wanda, you've been quite popular since you came back and started playing your music. You've played in roughly about 20 bars or so since you came back. That's kind of a main feature.
Dope.
Hell yeah.
Dang.
Including even getting paid. Over this time, you would have made 400 gold.
Oh, rock on.
Nice.
400.
400 gold over the month of you playing shows and getting in demand, and people wanting you to play regularly.
Man, I lost money. I don't know how that works, but all right.
All right. Next, we shall slide our way over to Tahlu, our favorite Nagaji. What did you do as you stayed at Aegis Academy and didn't think you were going to head off to anywhere? Or that's what you told people.
Yeah, Tahlu spent most of his time hanging out, doing nothing but training, hanging around the school. So he basically went from the school to the Sindel crypt to the Pharasma's temple and having casual conversations with Sprata every now and then. Becoming a little bit more, how would I say, more of a regular sight around the Tenebris compound. After a bit, he decided, you know what, screw it. After getting a letter saying that he was always welcome back home, he said, screw it, what's the worst that could happen? He went home. He decided he was going to go home for about 5 days. He made his way there. When he got there, he had just started to get comfortable, talk to the other orphans, talk to Celia for a little bit, tell her of some of the adventures that they'd been on, when suddenly there's a loud cry of pirates. Of course, Tahlu's like, well, I'm here. I'll be damned if I let pirates attack the place I grew up, and decided to meet them halfway on the road. Seeing as the place where he grew up, they only have a basic militia. He met them at the road, told them that, he gave them the option, he told them, turn back now before you're not able to. A couple of them ran away, and a couple, I believe 3 of them stayed.
Mm-hmm.
One decided he was going to talk some shit, so Tahlu hit him, knocked him off his horse, and he still talked some shit. Oh, I'm sorry, no. Tahlu blasted the ground.
Yes.
Which knocked him off the horse.
Correct.
And that's what caused the other ones to run away. And then, basically the 2 that stayed on the horse looked down at the guy on the ground that was talking all the shit, and was like, they gave him that look of like, okay, you started something, now you gotta finish it. Tahlu grabbed a rock, placed a spell on it, drew a line in the sand, placed a spell on the rock, and dropped the rock. And basically challenged that guy to, cross the line. The guy got mad, rushed Tahlu, kicked the rock, and exploded into little bits and pieces.
Yeah.
After that, they went back to their leader. The militia showed up, and the militia was like 3 people, an old man and 2 young kids.
No, damn.
So Tahlu's like, the fuck? So he gets more information, finds out that there's a whole band of pirates down at the cove. He tells them, hey, look, I need y'all to find a way to get words back to Aegis and let them know what's going on. Old man was being a bastard, racist bastard. And him and Tahlu got into it. Tahlu disarmed him with the whip. And then that's when one of the younger kids finally told Tahlu, hey, look, we really don't have a way to contact anybody. Tahlu's like, well, shit. So he tried to use his card and couldn't reach Aegis, but found out his card was pinging to somebody else. Xavier happened to be following Tahlu.
For him.
And so, Xavier and Tahlu teamed up together to go down to the cove and set shit straight. Long story short, Tahlu was playing cleanup. Xavier played assassin until he got down to the last 2, where Xavier apparently was trying to keep them alive, so he wasn't going all out. So when Tahlu finally came back to Xavier's side, it looked like Xavier was sweating and having a rough time, so Tahlu went ahead and lent an assist.
No.
Tahlu used shadow pin, pinned one of them down, and Xavier was able to take advantage of the opening. We bound him up, tied him up, took him back to town, put him in a prison. Tahlu again confronted the old man about his behavior because he was told that his behavior that was why the pirates decided to raid the town in the first place. Tahlu and the old man got into another fight, and more shenanigans were had where it wasn't.
Let's not try to put it lightly. This old man was whooping Tahlu's ass and giving him the business.
He was-
okay. Tahlu was struggling with this old man.
Tahlu was trying to just not kill the man and use just spells on him, and the old bastard kept passing his DC saves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And
old man.
Xavier was laughing his ass off.
Oh yeah.
That sounds about
Xavier
right.
was in tears. Put it this way: Tahlu got hit by this old man more than all of you got hit combined in your time off.
But I took a lot less damage.
Damn.
I'm over here thinking about
The old man did like 11 points total.
Gotta love those sucker save kind of spells, but that old man did none of the sucking.
It was funny, dude. It was hilarious.
like a damn champion. He rocked it, and then he's tired.
So then Tahlu ends up finding, they go back to Aegis. Tahlu goes back to his normal routine where, either training or at the temples. And then he got a book for one of the orphans that was there that basically anointed himself as protector of the orphanage. And he got him a book and a weapon, and then spent the rest of his days just at temple or either at temple or at the Sproutta compound training. And hiding away from the teammates that came back early.
He's like, well, it's okay. Ruin didn't look for you.
That also was very true. Even though most of y'all came back in a month, y'all didn't see Tahlu until the end of the second month, right before classes were supposed to start back up. But last and certainly not least, we come to Ruin. And Ruin, what did you do in your time off?
My time off. Ruin had journeyed off to go see his father back near, what was the name of that place? Dodar Village.
Mm-hmm.
I had went with Get, and Get Kith went there as an escort. It took the better part of 5 days to get there. And once we got there around nightfall, and we were greeted by my father. Goddamn Batman. And Grandpa Skills was there, who is a big old dragonborn and a perverted bastard.
Facts.
First question he asked was about avarice, after he mentioned that I was porking royalty. Soon after, Ruin was ushered out by his father to learn something about his lineage. In the process of learning about his lineage and the burden that would be basically placed upon him once his father's passing and the inheritance, what he discovered he cannot speak to anybody about. That he comes from the bloodline of Kree. Yeah, right? I said that right?
The bloodline of Kir, K-I-R.
A Kir of Grup.
Because you're from the bloodline of a Grupnin.
Yeah, Grupnin, a Kir. Okay, I messed that up. I missed the letter.
Yes, you're one of two bloodlines. There is, from the line of Grupnin, there's the Kir bloodline, which tend to be magnificent anti-magical fighters who are skilled against anti-magical combatants. Skilled as anti-magical combatants. And then there's the line of Maya, which your father would tell you that they didn't have any contact with them over the millennia that such has passed. And that technically the two bloodlines are not supposed to meet at all to keep basically the place that you're supposed to be protected locked away, because if the two keys are somewhere in the world that don't even know where each other are, they should never ever meet each other ever, in theory.
Pretty much. So I will be given a key upon my father's passing to take over for him.
Okay.
And I will be inheriting his blades that have been passed down since the age of Arcanum.
Wow.
And I guess right after that, of course, I come back home with my father after being threatened to a quivering mess, pretty much, that he should not befriend any humans. And I discover Getkith beaten to a bloody pulp and underneath Grandpa's foot.
Oh,
No, damn.
why?
It was a training session. It was a training session.
Mm-hmm.
And so Grandpa was going to Get into Dodar village while I journeyed with my father to see firsthand what my inheritance is going to be once he has passed. And it took about the better part, I think, 3 days total, right days, because I haven't to rest.
Oh, yeah.
Just going there, flying through the mountains.
The traveling to the location that his father showed him nearly killed Ruin. Had he been by himself, he would have died. The biggest and toughest of you all nearly expired and has never been so physically burnt out and exhausted in his life. He slept for 12 hours at one point.
Yes. And I met Lord Aster, would-be Fire Lord from the House of Blades, from the nation of Kale. I met him halfway up a mountain upon his journey to become a warlord.
Very ironically, which y'all didn't know this, but Sin and Ruin were on the same place basically hours apart from each other and never knew it on the same day.
Yes. I was about to say, we were literally so close together.
They were literally at one point like a mile and a half away from each other on the same mountain.
Yeah. I was up and he was down below.
Mm-hmm.
And once I peaked the mountain, I found the gateway that I am supposed to guard after my father's passing. Yes, so I am the keymaster, pretty much.
All right.
And the gatekeeper.
Shut up.
Giggity.
Yeah, there you go. That's good. I get both.
Just stop it.
So I passed through the gate. I discovered what's beyond the gate, which it happens to be the fallen city of Avalier.
Oh.
And so, as my father has said, my bloodline decrees that I guard the gate, and no one shall ever enter.
Does anyone ever exit?
Okay.
The gate is shut and it is sealed, and there is magical keys to keep it sealed. My father is in possession of one such key. And the reason why no one may be allowed to enter is it would bring the betrayer gods back, more than likely. As well as I learned that I am going to, because of my bloodline, I am inept, I believe is the correct term, to magic.
You naturally negate, but you are resistant to a lot of magical forces as you get older and stronger, just because of your natural ability. But you also fuck up magic users really well because of it. You just naturally disrupt magic.
And basically, anyone or any offspring that I would produce would basically inherit the same abilities as mine.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
And, of course, the title would go to them upon my passing. It has been kept secret for generations, and we pass it down every generation.
So you have to have children, basically.
Pretty much. And I almost got, I don't know, for Ruin's perspective, he almost got beat to a bloody pulp by his father when he mentioned he met another Strix.
More that your father got ruffled, and your father's the type of person that you never see truly agitated, but that agitated him as much as when you said that you made a human friend.
And Ruin had never seen another Strix aside from his parents.
Oh. Why did that frustrate him?
You said he beat
Because, no, he didn't. My father never attacked him. Basically, he instilled fear into Ruin.
Him meeting another Strix gave him worry, which him seeing his father worry would be like if you saw Batman worry. Be like, what do you mean you're worried? You never worry about anything.
doesn't worry, right?
Yeah, but why was he worried? I don't understand.
Because
There's
two
only two
kings could have
lines
come
of
together.
Well,
There's two different bloodlines. I could
Because
have
of the bloodlines.
Yes,
Yeah.
I could have possibly met the other bloodline without knowing.
Okay, alright, that makes sense.
and remember,
That's
there are
true.
many people out there that are seekers that seek the knowledge of Avalir and all its riches, as it was one of the two most powerful cities during the Age of Arcana, which was the height of magical power in the known world. People in the Age of Arcana basically live, ate, shit, and breathe powerful magic on a regular basis.
Okay.
Walk somewhere, you get teleported around the city. Who walks? What? No.
Exactly. So I got to see the aftermath of the fallen city and fires, and there are creatures still there.
Beautiful.
And just being in its presence was enough to set off all of Ruin's danger senses. Just seeing it. And of course, I made the journey back. I got my ass brutally beaten by grandfather because I requested a match with him to see how far I progressed. Didn't get that far. He just finally decided I'm gonna break out the big boy gloves, just for a moment. After getting stomped, Ruin stayed a day to recover before leaving the same day grandfather left. So we bid father farewell. I had also visited my mother's final resting space, and I journeyed back with Git. And after that, I had made it back about a month or so. So after getting back to the academy, I pretty much just worked on my project. So I now have a new weapon. And I spent some money getting all the things I needed for it, as well as continued my morning routine of training. I did speak to, I think a few other people, but other than that, I think it was Anastasia, and she wasn't up to anything or up to speaking about anything because she seemed very depressed.
She should be.
Shut up.
I was
No,
like,
but she should be.
Damn.
no clue. I don't know. I was like, I don't know what happened. Ruin just tried to talk to her because she seemed down.
Well, I'm just saying she should be because she literally killed my friend.
No, see, I don't know the reasons. Nobody knows the reasons. All I know is that she was depressed after her return home.
I feel you.
After her return from coming home. And Avarice was not there. She was in Xanthos. So that was about it.
All right.
Should I tell them about the person? With the person in the thing? Okay, so one more thing I forgot to tell you is I met another Dhampir. That his name is hold on, let me look it up real quick. I have it right here. Mizukami Ryukoto. Yeah, he's literally, it seems as though he literally has no soul. Like, he functions and he registers everything, but there is no emotion. And he speaks fluent Thessalonian, and he works with Tenebris, and he was sent to find my mom's fiance, and because Zero sent everybody out to come back because, Suzaku's dead and all the missions are still going on that he set forth, and Zero got punished for that. He got slapped in the face by Sprada because he did that without asking.
Ooh.
So I met this man who seems like he's soulless, and he's a Dhampir. Yeah. I met another Dhampir.
Now we're gonna start a whole.
What I will say is this: would you make a perception check for me, Luna?
Yeah. I guess. No, I will. All the plants.
Because you kind of had a lot going on in your mind, but this is something that will come up to you later when you think about it. Like, oh wait.
That is a 27.
You think back to when you went to the Sindao Citadel and you went with Sprada and he confronted Zero and Mizukame, and you remember on Mitsukame's hand you saw a ring that looked painfully familiar and you couldn't think of it, but it looks like the same ring that Wanda used to have on.
That Wanda used to have on? Like the soul ring?
Yeah, the same one that seemingly disappeared when Wanda died. That looks like the exact same ring.
Isn't that from her father?
Oh no, not that ring. Oh wait, no, that was one of the rings you found that was in the place. So yeah.
So that ring that was from her father, or no,
Yes,
that wasn't from her father?
Yes.
Yes,
It was the one that was inside the little safe area for
Yes.
Wanda, where she got all her monies and her kick-ass armor and shit.
And I can assume. Okay, all right. Well, it seems like everybody who's a Dhampir that has that ring could be connected, but I also feel like that's racist to assume. But whatever.
Let's say if you remember the ring, you remember that when Wanda died, the ring seemingly vanished off of Wanda's dead body.
Yeah.
And then you kind of remember that when Wanda came back, Wanda had this realization that somebody else came back with her.
I do remember.
Oh wait, did
And
she?
I do
Did
remember
he
his
look
name.
like Wanda? Did he look like Wanda?
Oh no,
Oh, okay.
didn't look anything like Wanda at all, but Wanda remembered a name.
Yep. I got his name, and that was it. That was it. His
Okay,
name was
okay.
Tommy Ricotta.
Well, then I met this guy, but I
Just
don't
wasn't
know that he's this guy of this person. Damn, so he literally doesn't feel, or like I don't get it.
You don't know, but you can
Okay.
always know where to try to find him.
Okay, that's wonderful. That's great. That's grand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So with all that, we rejoin our adventurers as we come into the last week before classes begin, which will give you all time to get reacquainted with yourselves. So it is the last week of Erodus, the last 7 days, as we are headed out towards things. And with that being the case, it is now mentally think through the days. It is actually the beginning of the week, which is Moon Day. And you have 7 days through Sunday, and then after that it'll be the first of Rover when classes begin again.
Awesome.
Which is the beginning of the second semester, and then all of you are asked to pick an elective class on top of the normal classes that you already have.
Wait, elective?
Yes.
Isn't that handling or some bullshit?
An
Can I
extra
just-
class.
Ideally, you can take up one other type of special class. There are multiple that are out there. It also marks down that while you'll be taking all the classes you were before, you can choose to take an extra class, such as for being diplomatic, for dungeoneering, engineering. You can take magical devices, nature, study of the planes.
I forgot my damn characters.
Something that you see is critical thinking, geology, music. Or you can also take medical expertise.
Damn, I'm thinking about all these and not a single one portrayed to blacksmithing.
Engineering.
Except that. That's the closest thing. Oh,
Engineering
Ruin.
would be similar.
That would be the only thing Ruin would probably find interesting. It's like, engineering.
That
And
would
more
work.
ways to create these.
I wanted Margot to be a barbarian slash, what is it?
Artificer.
Yes. She was gonna be a big ass bitch who can work on this android when he gets damaged. And if he worked on that, could he possibly work on an android like Jace?
In theory, yeah.
Nice. Nice. That was my dream. You're taking my dream. You know what? That's beautiful. I hope
So you get. Well, Ruin knows what his elective class is going to be. Engineering.
All right, so Ruin's going to take engineering for the elective class.
Yes.
Would Tahlu get any response as to what he wanted to do? Take that extra class or sit in on those extra classes?
Which extra classes were those?
I can't remember all of them. I know Dungeoneering and Engineering were the two, and then also Planes.
Planes, geology, medical.
Yes. I would say those are all classes that are listed there, which is a very odd thing because looking at them on your card, some of these are listed as for third-year students, such as Planes.
So it seems that since we were first, we have access to higher classes.
Could be possible. It shows that you have it marked down that you could actually go down and take. That engineering is also listed as one of those classes that would be a third-year class, but critical thinking and Planes are listed as third-year classes that are available to you to select.
Oh, sweet. I'm taking a third-year class. Awesome.
I was going to say, Tahlu would want to put in a request to take an extra, or at least be able to sit in on. He wants to take Dungeoneering and then ask if he can sit in on Planes.
All right. Then you can make that diplomacy check. Is that something that you would have to get cleared by the person who handles all the schedules, which is Celine?
I would like to take critical thinking.
All right. Critical thinking for Wanda.
I'll be taking magical devices.
Let's see, it's 14 plus 10. I got a 24.
All right. With your 24, you actually get a reply back from Celine that the rules are already being extended to allow your team to be able to take elective classes beyond your grade level. Maybe we should take this one step at a time. Which, in the nicest way, Celine is saying is to
Don't push my luck.
Know your place and know your role. Don't get extra about it. But it's not a definitive no. It's more of a let's wait and see.
Yay.
And he's just gonna reply with a thank you.
Okay, so taking these classes would help us in the long run. How?
It's one of the classes that you'll need to take to help you graduate. Same way that you take hand-to-hand in linguistics, and arcane studies, and magical combat.
No, I'm just I'm thinking between like diplomacy and magical devices, but I don't know if it matters.
You don't know what you don't know.
Okay, well that's beautiful. I think I'll go with diplomacy. I need help in that. Yeah, I need real help. I need help in magical devices, but diplomacy is like I'm gonna get myself killed if I don't. So.
All right, get that dip low. When you dip low. There we go. All right. So Sin and Tahlu. Tahlu, you said that you were taking for sure Dungeoneering.
Yeah.
All right.
I would definitely be probably last minute sign up for the magic devices.
All right, look at that. All of y'all pick different classes. Yay, look at that. That's worked out perfectly. It's almost like I planned that. Ha, ha, ha.
Right. Right. Let's just say that's what you did.
Wait, I thought Luna said she was going to do magical devices.
She switched.
I wanted to, but I decided diplomacy, so I didn't get myself killed because I was saying some dumb shit.
Okay, never mind. All right.
I'm saying I'm less likely to if I know what the fuck to say in those moments.
You're right.
And at the moment, I don't. Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. Touche.
Thank you.
I believe in you, Luna.
Thank you.
My combat has this.
Thank you.
Hey. Hey, Ace, you got a bot in your chat.
Yeah, I saw that. Definitely wasn't worth me even bothering with. I was like, oh. But you know what? I'll go get rid of it in a second. With that, you all find yourselves getting all of your stuff, getting some info about your new classes, about who your professors are going to be. And you notice one thing is really different. You can clearly see that it has marked down that Sprada is no longer going to be your linguistics teacher.
Wait, what?
That makes sense. He's got a lot.
Yeah, I mean, he has already a lot of stuff. It's just like, wait, what? So who's going to teach us? Is it going to be that Dragonborn guy?
You're not sure who the person is because you've never seen the name before, but it says Wen Shufan. WENSHUFEN.
Get that down too.
I don't know what the lighter is.
All right. So, as you have that down, you have things marked up and set.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to still go to the therapist's office as often as I can, but I know she's gonna be a lot more busy now that everybody's back.
True enough. All right. So you're still able to get your time scheduled with the therapist. Still marked down as something that you're able to go do. Easy enough. Nice enough for you.
Still every day?
Yeah. Still has it marked down that you have scheduled time.
Cool.
That apparently was cleared by the headmaster.
Cool. Am I still hearing voices?
You are not.
Okay, cool.
The
Am I feeling
voices-
weird still?
The voices subside and you feel much better.
Okay, great. That's wonderful.
With that, the rest of the first year is kind of flood back into the school, and the school is alive again with the sounds of joy and people reuniting and sharing of stories and things that are going on. As everyone's getting ready for the next couple of days, so that if there's anything else that you would like to do, the only other thing that's immediately on the agenda is the meeting of Get Kith and Henry Johnson Jr.
Ooh.
Yeah. I was
Oh,
hoping
yeah,
to
so
forget. Yeah.
Wow.
You got that going on. Ruin's just like, okay, well, I guess I'll wait until Avarice gets back. But before then, I'm gonna be like, Sin, you gotta check this out. Sin,
What?
you gotta come with me. We gotta go to the arena.
Okay, then I got to go talk to the headmaster and kind of give a report on what happened.
Wait. Never mind.
And
Follow-
Tahlu's gonna go to the Citadel.
All right.
Follow Ruin to the
arena.
To the arena.
to the arena.
It's like, Sin, look, I'm gonna present my new weapon to him. I'm like, I've already tested it out. It works. I didn't think it would at first, but it took me a while. It cost me quite a bit, but I got it to work properly this time. As Ruin
Okay.
loads it up, he goes, you might want to cover your ears.
I'll cover my ears.
And you just see Ruin take this small metallic tube that's connected to what looks to be some type of trigger and aim it out at a target about 20 feet away.
Yep. And just so you know, Ace, it was a 21 I rolled.
Easily hits as it's a stationary target made for target practice. You can go ahead and roll your damage.
But that's the wrong one. That's one. That's 8.
You go ahead and blast into it, and you see that this target gets sprayed with what looks to be some type of small metallic pellets that seem to penetrate the target dummy. It looks like it did a nice amount of damage. You're like, oh. But it was a loud boom. Sounded like a mini cannon.
That's pretty cool.
I just gotta change. I'm taking that engineering class. That way I can make different types of ammo now for this thing. And I gotta make this thing a little quieter.
Ruin, you're holding an explosion. They don't really get any quieter.
There's gotta be a way. That or narrow down the pellet spread. One of the two.
I had to say, Ruin, I shoot off lightning bolts. It's kind of hard to make them quiet.
Semantics. There's bound to be a way.
You're probably better off just making the pellet spray smaller. Maybe making it more accurate. That's probably your best bet.
There you go. And that's pretty much about it for Ruin. After he shows in that, he's like, "Do you want to shoot it?"
How big is this thing?
I'd say from the size of it, it's about. For Ruin, it's not that big. It's closer to about the size of your arm, about the length of your arm. For you, it'd be for Ruin. He could probably even wield it one-handed and fire it fairly accurately. For you, you'd have to hold it with both hands together, close to the chest, to brace for the impact, the recoil. Because even the recoil made Ruin's arm pop back, and you're like,
Nice.
You know what, Ruin? As much as I want to, I don't feel like the first injury I want to sustain as Lord of my household is to be self-inflicted.
You'll be fine. Besides, we got clerics here. If not, I got a healing potion. As I shake it around.
I'm just going to pat him on him and be like, no.
Just put it
the
out.
other students that were out there, like in the arena, heard the loud boom and were like, "What the fuck was that?"
Rowan puts that up. If anyone questions, like, "What was that?" Nothing to see here. Don't worry about it. You're all right.
You know what? They just assume that Team Moonshadow does weird shit. They just accept it.
Yeah, just another experiment. Successful this time.
Henry's gonna hear about all the shit we do. That's embarrassing.
With that, Luna, where would you have this meeting take place?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Is he allowed on campus?
Into the school as a guest? Yeah.
I think that's safest.
So with that, Wanda, I believe you said you were going with Luna for this moment.
For support.
Yes, I know they need a friend.
For support. I don't want to be outnumbered. It's not even a friend. I just don't want to be outnumbered. There's 2 of them and 1 of me.
I mean, they'd probably be fighting each other before they fight you.
I know, but I can't separate 2 of them if there's 2 of them and 1 of me. Unless I turn into an elephant, but still, like, I would rather have backup.
And thus ended Luna's 2 boyfriends.
Not boyfriends. There are no titles yet.
Right.
Let's say,
No
can you not
legal.
turn into an octopus and just like wrench both of them away? You have 8 arms at that point.
That's smart.
Also true.
But, like, I don't want to have to handle them like
Release
that.
the
I just want to
Kraken.
make sure I have backup still. You know, maybe Wanda can speak some sentence to them or whatever with their musical genius.
Right. That's how it works.
Yes, that's how it works. It's said because I said it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's how it works. So, with that being the case, you actually get a pass so Henry can come past the guards and come in. And looking around at actually, it's like this place is this. I think all of Wolf Pine could fit in here, and he's not wrong. Aegis Academy is bigger than Wolf Pine.
Because they asked to meet each other, because I was like, oh, they should meet each other.
It was more you've mentioned like there was someone else kind of, because you know Wanda talks, so you know it was mentioned that there was somebody else, and he knows that you weren't a virgin anymore, so it had to have been somebody that did something. And so it was that idea that he wants to hear something, and Get Kith was eager to see you, and you felt that Get should know. And once you told him, he was like, yeah, I would like to meet him also. In his very Get Kith way.
Okay, that's unsettling. I don't like this. Okay, Luna's like all for it. She don't give a fuck. If you like me, and you're just gonna have to get to know me and shit. But like, I don't like this shit. It's alright, yeah, in the school, maybe in the green area, maybe next to the shed. So he can, we can have Margot there too. Because Margot could be there for support, emotional support for me.
Easy enough that you head all the way out towards the huge shed barn where everybody's at, where all the familiars
Everybody's at.
That's where the barn is kept, where all the companions are kept. So that's where all of the companions are.
Okay, you said everybody's at. I'm like, there's a whole crowd around it.
There are a good number of people that are almost always at the barn. So yeah.
Okay, well then I would have set up a little picnic away from everybody else, and we would just sit down and chill the fuck out.
Awesome.
Yeah. I don't know if they do drugs.
Mm-hmm. Easy. Are you trying to get them both medicated, so to speak?
No, I'm not.
I was just making sure, because if I didn't know, then I got to make sure to ask.
No, I am not.
All right. So with that, as they kind of sit there, of course, Get is already there. Which one do you get first? Do you go get Kith, or do you go get Henry?
I would get Henry to bring him to the court. Oh shit. Well, okay, no, I would go get Get. Tell him I'm bringing Henry here. There's the little blanket over there, or whatever. Eat some grapes. Whatever, I don't care. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna go get Henry and bring him here. Yeah. He's staying at the gentleman's something.
Sounds like a brothel for men.
They smoke cigars and chill as men, so I don't know. Maybe.
As you would know, when you last saw him, you left him at the Perfect Gentleman Inn, which is an inn that only men are allowed to have rooms at. Very sexist, but you were like, whatever. They have an open room. It's close to Aegis. Whatever.
Better than whatever tavern trash he was at, because holy shit, that was trashed.
Very much so. So you go to bring him in, and give me a sense motive check as you're walking up with Henry.
With who?
You're walking in with Henry, right, as Get Kith was already sitting there.
Yeah, okay.
So you'd be walking in with Henry unless you're just like, okay, find your way to this spot. I can't walk over there with you.
I wouldn't do that to him.
Hey, if you want to let them just meet on their own, hey.
I wouldn't be like that. Yes, in the wild. Look at these two gentlemen meet each other.
Worst case scenario, someone dies. Best case scenario, they come away as a couple and you're left alone.
Yeah. I wouldn't be too disappointed. At least I wouldn't have to make a choice and I can stay being indecisive. Yeah. My sense of motive was a 27.
You can already tell that as you're walking across the lawn towards each other, you see Get Kith immediately pop up to his feet, and you can feel Henry, his tension as he's beginning to walk, as he's, squeezing his fingers.
That's beautiful. That's wonderful. Good for them.
Mm-hmm. But as they kind of stand there, and they're standing on opposite sides of the blanket you put down for the little picnic. Wanda, what are you doing? How are you hanging around for this?
I could have stayed with Get.
I could stay with Get.
You could have stayed with Get while I was getting Henry. I would ask you to stay with him.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll stay with Get while she gets him.
Do you have Shoki out with you?
No, Shoki's resting right now.
All right.
Or something. I don't know.
That's perfectly easy. Shoki can just chill in the barn like always.
Oh, can I have him in the necklace?
If you would like.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Is he in stasis or something, or is he just in our room when he's in there?
You don't know.
I almost got you, though.
Almost. So with that, Get Kith and Henry are standing there across from each other. where you see that physically Henry is bigger than Get. You see, Get also has kind of a lean musculature, a lean muscle, where Henry seems to have more heavy muscle. Red muscle versus white muscle fiber, so to speak.
I'm familiar with their physiques. Yep.
I bet you are.
I'm like, Get Henry, Get
Wanda.
Wanda.
Donkey.
That's canon.
You see them both kind of just look at each other for a moment, and then you see Henry put out a hand. He says, "Henry Johnson Jr." And then you see Get look down at his hand, and then you see him put out his right hand and says, "Get Kith." And they shake hands, or their hands clasp, I should say. There's no shaking going on.
I know that look. I know that handshake. It's a very awkward handshake. Like, okay, that's nice. Let go now.
Oh no, they're not letting go.
I heard dice rolling.
Oh yeah. They are sitting there squeezing each other's hands with the kind of fake smile on their face of pleasantries as they're trying to see which one of them will back down first.
Let them have their little man moment.
This man moment extends out past a minute into 2 minutes. Closing in on 3 minutes.
Okay, once it hits 3 minutes, I'm gonna be like, yeah, let's sit now. If that's cool with you guys.
Neither one of them will make a diplomacy check.
Okay, I was just picking my dice. Okay.
That's right.
My diplomacy is a 24.
Okay. Oddly, you making that request, they haven't really let go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sitting down holding hands.
Yeah.
And then you see for a brief minute that Henry kind of winces for a moment, and then you see Get Kith immediately let go.
My God, they're such children.
And you see they both kind of slowly sit down. They haven't broken eye contact since they met.
Oh my God. Okay, that's
Jesus,
wonderful.
get a
That's
room.
right? Jesus Christ. No, I'm getting jealous.
Right?
No, I'm
just
just
hear Get Kith say, Mr. Henry Johnson Jr., you're Luna's new companion. See Henry kind of look. Well, I'm kind of looks over back at you for a minute. We are. What exactly are we?
Oh, I was waiting to see if he was gonna get it right. We are friends right now. We are friends building a relationship. That is the title I'm putting on both of our relationships right now, and I look between both of them. Okay? So chill. Yeah, we're under construction, man. I'm under construction. Like, I almost died. I say this really loud. Like, my emotions. I can't think about this. Yeah,
you just see Henry kind of turn and look at him. Looks like we're the same, in the same place, Get Kith. That we are Henry Johnson Jr. And then there's just this awkward silence just sitting there.
I just exhale.
So I am also here in the same place.
Would you see Henry just say, "I'm sorry, Wanda. I didn't mean anything by that. I didn't want to. This is awkward."
Well, no, of course, I understand.
It's only awkward if we make it awkward.
And you just hear Get deadpan. I have nothing to be awkward about. I had the privilege and the honor of being Luna's first lover.
Ooh.
Ooh.
The shade.
That's how you start throwing salt, man. Lemon juice into the wound.
You know, okay, so I'm really looking forward to classes. Have you picked what you're gonna choose for your elective Get? You know what I mean?
Oh, that was so.
And I would say, Wanda, you can see it because you're like sitting across, but you can easily see that hit somewhere deep in Henry and cut hard.
It's not my fault. I told him. I came home and everybody was like, "Oh, what you been up to? I heard you did something." I was like, "It was with one guy. I'm 23 years old. I'm a full-grown woman. I'm gonna have sex whenever. It's fine." And he was like, flaunting his whole ass relationship and kissing this lady in front of me. He can't say anything. He can't say nothing.
And you just hear Kith says, "I have been ordered that I should take diplomacy classes in order to be a better herald for when I return to Zanzos."
Bye.
Have you decided upon your classes, Luna?
Don't.
No. Okay, well that's nice. I've chosen diplomacy. Wait, what did he say? He chose? Oh God, Jesus Christ! Oh, that's not great.
And you just see Henry look like, so you're gonna have the same classes together, and you just see this smile get on Gethk's face as he just looks back at Henry, kind of slowly shifting his face back to him, and one of the most swarmy, shit-eating smiles you've ever seen. Especially for Get, who normally doesn't show this type of range of display of emotion.
I'm gonna pat Henry's knee and be like, "Are they sitting down now?"
They are both sitting down.
Okay, I'm gonna tap
And
his
you're
knee.
sitting down next to Henry.
I'm sitting in the middle, so like we're making a square. Like Wanda's facing
so Wanda's
me.
across from you, and then to the sides on your right you have Henry, on the left you have Kith.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm so glad you're here, Wanda. Thank you for coming with me and eating these wonderful grapes. Aren't they wonderful?
I mean, the grapes are nice.
But I'm gonna tap Henry's, his knee. I ain't going all the way down there, just his knee, right? In a supportive way, and be like, we just focus on school and classes. I've had all my classes with him. And we just focus on not dying in class. That's usually it.
Mm-hmm. Hilariously, you all of a sudden hear a familiar voice kind of say, "Holy shit, who is that?"
Who is that?
As you hear Tyree run coming up out of the barn, stumbling a little bit.
Okay.
Some type of drink in his hand.
Tyree!
Like,
I'll tell you.
Hey, who's the tall black guy? Look at him. You kind of... you seeing anybody, sir? You see him kind of like lean over Getka's shoulder and kind of like lean on him.
I tell Tyree, "I'll tell you if you give me a sip," and I have my hand out.
You got two whole men here with you. We all know about you and Get, and you gonna also have okay. And you just see him hand over the gauntlet.
I smell it. What is it?
It smells like elven wine.
I'm gonna drink some of that elven wine. I need something alcoholic right now. I chugged the whole thing. I'm sorry. And then I look at it in remorse and feel bad because I drank the whole thing. And I'm like, all right, he's already fucked up anyway. It's fine. And then I just hand the glass back to him.
Wanda, if you'd be ever so kind as to roll a d20 for me.
I will roll a d20 for... Wait, why am I rolling a d20?
You just gotta roll the d20, man.
You're asking all these questions.
You know all the questions. Why you asking?
Wanda rolled this. Wait, why do I have
What'd you roll?
Rolled a 16.
Okay.
Nice. With that, you see that Ty kind of like drunkenly like looks over at Wanda and like was like shifting his head and looking back and forth at Wanda. He was like looking back and forth like, what are you? And then you see him kind of like look, and somehow from reading Wanda and looking at this group, he somehow put some image in his mind of what's going on here. He's like, okay, so either this is a double date, because I know about you and Get Kith, Luna, which is a shame. And she like puts a like hand on like Geth's shoulder again. It's like, because Geth is such a immaculate fellow, but then there's this fine gentleman here, which he walks around you and comes over to Henry. It's like, we haven't met. It's like, Henry Johnson Jr., my name is Tyree Run. I'm the leader of Team Scorpion here. What are you doing here? You just see he kind of like sits down right next to him and is just all of a sudden all in his face.
I tell Tyree, this is my friend, Henry Johnson. And this is my friend, Get Kith.
Mm-hmm.
We're friends.
And you just see he kind of like just waves you off over his shoulder, like, so you're just friends with Luna. We could be friends also. I've been looking for some new friends, actually. Oh, do you work out? Look at these arms. You are massive.
Sense motive on Henry's feelings about this moment.
All right.
He can speak for himself, but if he's uncomfortable, I'll say something. That is a... Hold on. 27. 20, 14, 15, 25.
All right. With that, you see Henry is... You wouldn't get so much that he's upset by this because he's had people fawn over him before. He has a very nice physique, but it's more that he seems confused as how this fits into the whole equation of everything else is going on here.
I look at Henry and I'm like, this is a classmate of ours, Tyree. He is
also somebody who was a lover of Get Kith. But
did he say that?
That's what he's saying. It's like, but somebody kind of rolls his eyes over at you, had to come throwing her bosom all in his face, and now it's all about Luna. I'm sure you understand. It was just kind of put off like, yeah, I guess. I mean, her bosom is. Yeah, I guess I can understand that.
No.
So what you just see Get Kith is eating one of like the small little pieces of fruit that you brought, some grapes.
I'm gonna eat some grapes too. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna ask Tyree, where did you get that wine from?
It's Elven wine in town, of course. You know what? I'm all out because she drunk it. Henry, would you like to come with me to go get some wine? It's a little crowded in this area, and I could use some help.
We can all go to a bar. I look around to see how everybody's feeling about that.
He just looks back at you, but then it would be crowded again, Luna.
By your standards.
And then there's an awkward momentary look between you and him.
Wanda's just...
You want to go to the bar, Wanda?
Huh? What?
You want to go to drink? Alcohol.
And you just see Ty say without even looking as he turns back at Henry. Shoki also got loose, Wanda, somewhere in the back near the gardens again.
Alcohol.
Shoki got loose?
Alcohol.
Yep, such a shame. Professor was so bothered by it that Shoki just keeps breaking up out of his containers. You should probably go talk to Professor Issa about it.
Shoki, my necklace?
Alcohol.
Yes.
Alcohol.
Alcohol.
And I know this, right? I know this. I think I'm pretty aware. I know where Shoki is because I saw her put him in the necklace, and I haven't seen her take it out yet. Him out yet.
You could assume so.
Okay, so I'm just gonna keep repeating alcohol and like singing, doing the slightest jig with my shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Alcohol.
What I will say is, for Wanda and Luna, please make perception checks. At advantage.
Alcohol. Alcohol. My perception was a 26. What was yours?
I got a 25.
A 25 and a 26.
You both clearly hear and the sound of crashing behind the barn.
Can you check your necklace?
There's no way. I do check my necklace.
All right. So you go to pull out your necklace and you're going to see if there's anything inside of it?
Yeah.
Shoki's big ass pops out right in the middle of everything. Kind of knocking you all back.
Didn't mean to pop him out. I wanted to see if you're in there.
I mean, you couldn't see him inside of it. You went to move it up and it just activated. Sucks to suck sometime.
It does suck to suck sometimes. Well, at least we know that noise isn't.
Oh, look at that. I found
you
Shoki.
see Henry Johnson fall back like, holy mother... Ooh, he's so big.
I found Shoki. He came right back. Such a good boy.
A very good boy.
Like, yeah, Shoki's so damn good. Anyway, let me help you up, Henry. And you see Tyree kind of slip and fall on top of Henry.
Good God, this guy.
I'm gonna pull him off of Henry.
All right, you easily can get up there to pull it, and you also see Get Kith hop to his feet also.
Thirsty ass.
And
Just because I don't. It's not about Henry and my feelings about him. It's about don't be touching people without their permission. The fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with him?
And you just hear Gedkin says, I think that is quite enough. So, Mr. Henry Johnson Jr., shall we do this? You see Henry kind of standing up and dusting himself off.
No. No, I'm saying no. I'm saying no. No, guys.
That's fine. Whoever loses walks away from Luna. Deal.
Like, hold up. If y'all making this deal, that means you're not considering how I feel.
At all.
At all. If you do this, what the heck? What the heck?
Yeah, that seems kind of bogus.
And you see, Getkip says, you clearly are seeming to have indecision, so we shall help eliminate one of the options for you.
Just because one of you walks away doesn't mean I'm automatically going to like the other person. I chose to get to know you both.
You know what? That's right. That doesn't mean anything about it. But
oh
it
my
would
God.
mean that there's one less person around regardless.
I'm going to text Sin.
I haven't really liked the way you've been looking at me since I got here. You just hear Getkid says, that's because I don't like the way your face looks. But I can fix that. And you see Getkith drop back into a fighting stance.
Oh, but damn. And he better not be using Grandpa's move, I swear, baby juice.
And ironically, the last thing you hear Getkith says, a wise master taught me I should fight for what I want.
I don't choose.
Oh no, he's gonna use it. He's gonna use it. Oh, I feel so bad.
To Henry's credit, you see him spin around and pull from his back what looked to be a piece of wood that, as he grabs it, extends out into this beautiful dark wood bow.
I'm going to.
Shoki is still in the middle between both of them, and so is Tyree, who you pulled off of him a little bit.
Yes, we are. I'm going to turn into an octopus, like my friend suggested. Yes.
All right. Luna turns into an octopus on this grassy plain.
Yep.
Which Shoki is just looking kind of confused at both, but then he realized there's food underneath him, and he's just going to town.
Oh, yes. I lead him to all the good stuff.
Oh, he's all about, like, well, I mean, I'm not finna let all this go to waste. Like, oh, he doesn't care less what Get or Henry are doing in this moment. But he's big enough to block their view.
Okay, good. That's great. That's wonderful.
For a moment.
I can hop up on his back, though.
Until you see Getkith run, kind of pole vault off of Shoki, and flip and twist in the air and land on the far side of Henry, about 15 feet back. And of course he lands in a whole hero stance after twirling through the air like an acrobat.
Is there a way I could grab him?
If you want to try to make a grab for him, I would say make a CMB check at disadvantage.
I'm not capable of grabbing both of them at the same time, right?
I mean, ideally, it's going to give you a chance to try to grab Get before he gets up on top of Shoki, because he's going to be outside of your range to reach at that point.
Okay.
Because Shoki is still big as shit.
You said a what?
Wait, you're grabbing me hopping up on Shoki?
No.
It's a CMB check to see if you can grab him before he jumps up on Shoki.
Yes, that's a natural 20 for 28.
That's jumping up on Shoki.
What's your total?
28.
Let's see what that comes out to him.
Across Shoki,
Hey.
I go over to Henry. I am trying to catch Get.
I was about to say, did you roll 2 nat 20s? Because I could have swore I heard Ace say disadvantage.
It was.
Oh, I did not. Okay. That's a 22 then.
Well, either way, because I didn't know his CMD. Even with a natural 20, you'd still miss, and he just slips right past it and goes right over and is standing in front of Henry Johnson.
That's what happened. Yeah.
And you just hear Tyree yell out, hey, you can't go fighting on the grounds because he doesn't go here anyway. To which you just see them pause for a moment. Not sure if that's a rule or not. You hear just Henry kind of look around, so I can't fight him here because I'm not a student. Yeah. It's all in the rule book. You should know this. Luna was a team leader. It just looks over at Luna. The fuck are you doing?
I'm gonna turn back.
Why are you an octopus?
I'm gonna turn back and be like, yes, this is totally true. And I wouldn't want to, inform Avarice of this yet.
Ooh, make intimidation check at advantage.
Damn.
Triple advantage, actually.
Pull out the A card.
I had to. I'm sorry. Like, this is unnecessary. Y'all are just being so immature. It's turning me off, okay? Honestly.
Honestly, what people do, though.
I mean,
Peacock's got a strut.
Intimidation.
You put him there. I mean, kind of, it's gonna happen.
That's only a 19. I feel like he's not going to listen to me.
Triple advantage?
Yeah, I rolled a 6. My highest was a 16.
Oh.
I only have a 3 to intimidate. Yeah.
You see them both kind of stand there for a moment. And you hear him say, well, I don't go to this school, so I don't have anything to lose. As you see him kind of step back with his bow. But he doesn't have his bow up. He has it down. And you see Gith kind of look for a moment. And about a minute passes without him moving.
You right?
Wanda plays like showdown music.
Fuck it. I was saying.
That's not helping.
Very well, then. If that is the case, I must follow the rules of the Academy, especially if it comes to the princess, not being one that is aware or accepting of my actions. But hear me now, Henry Johnson Jr., and he points a finger directly at his chest.
Oh my god.
Holding his ass.
If you think that I will lose the affections of Luna to one such as you, you are sadly mistaken.
I'm not worth this.
To which you see Henry Johnson step up and put his chest to his finger, which you see Henry Johnson is about an inch or so, just slightly taller than Kith, but easily probably has like 100 pounds on.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You just see him look over at him and says, if you think that one random booty call is better than a lifetime of friendship, you got another thing to learn, little elf man.
Ow.
I like how
And even at this point, Shoki's kind of looks up with like the ear up, like,
What? I know shit is being talked right now, and
and you just hear Tyree run, just go, ooh.
I just face palm at this point, and I'm shaking my head. Oh my god.
I got a quick Dhampir question.
Go ahead.
Can I their heartbeats?
Make a perception check. Actually, make a will save.
Eek.
And while you're doing that, Tyree Run kind of looks back over at you, and I was like, the hell do you got in your pants?
Okay.
I'm still, my hand, I haven't responded. I'm still face palmed, shaking my head. Yep.
It's all right.
With the whole cross arms, disappointment, like, these are my children. What have I raised? Kind of thing, yeah.
I got a 21.
With that, you can't, but you can see the veins on the side of their necks beating in rhythm with what you assume is their pulse. You are strangely attuned to it in this moment. It's actually been a little bit of a while since you fed.
Indeed, it has.
Mm-hmm.
All your men look tasty.
I know, right?
Luna, what I will say is make one perception check for me at disadvantage.
Just disadvantage.
Yes, because you have your hand over your face.
Okay. Perception check at disadvantage. That is a 23.
Just from like the look, you realize that the music kind of stopped playing, and you can look up and see that Wanda's eyes have flushed red and her fangs are out.
Okay. Okay.
So there's both your boyfriends.
I'm yelling at Wanda. Wanda, no. clapping my hands. No, no, Wanda, no,
What? Huh?
no.
What did I do?
I don't know if you know, but you know, no.
Actually, you just see Wanda slowly walking towards them, dropping her instrument, and slowly stepping over towards them.
I'm like, okay, all right, squirrel.
Come up behind Henry Johnson. At this moment, you don't actually, well, a part of you might hear what Luna is saying, but there's another part of you, Wanda, that can smell the warm flesh from Henry Johnson Jr. Can almost get the scent of his fresh pumping blood that's going through his veins, and you're hungry. You are so hungry. You could just take a bite. You just a little bite.
But I know if Wanda has any blood packs with her.
I would say since you've come back to the academy and Wanda hasn't said that, nope.
I'm gonna hold on. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna try to grab a rope and tie Wanda and tell somebody to get a squirrel. Get a squirrel! I'm just yelling that out.
You're gonna try to grab Wanda.
I'm lassoing her.
You're gonna try to lasso Wanda because you have rope?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna let this try to play out. So for that, I'm gonna give you a chance to try to rope Wanda. I'm assuming you have your rope and your permission. I'm gonna need you to make a CMB check.
Should I make like a reflex save or?
Not at all. You have an automatic CMD defense.
CMD. Oh,
so if
I
she
do
misses,
right? But
so she has hit your CMD, and if she misses,
roll very good.
27.
Oh well, that makes it actually.
It was a 27.
Then
Yeah,
you get it. Just as Wanda's arms are going up towards behind Henry, you see him kind of turn his head like, what? Your lasso goes over Wanda's head and around the upper shoulders and clutches tight, just as Wanda's teeth like clench and snap like inches from his neck.
No, okay, great. I'm yelling, get a squirrel. That's what I'm yelling.
As you see them both, like, you see everybody kind of looking, and you see Tyree is actually kind of laying there on the ground looking up like, oh, this is spicy.
I'm gonna yell now even louder and intimidate people.
Okay, make an intimidation check.
With your +3.
Stop it. That was a 21.
You see them, you see for a brief minute that Henry and Getkith look at each other, and then they both take off towards some of the forestry behind the barn and everything like that. And you see Tyree run, just slowly getting up and like dusting himself off like, well, that was fun while it lasted. Why are you such a cockblock? And he like is looking at Wanda, who is somewhat feral at the moment, but is just looking at you.
I'm gonna try to get them on their knees. Like, can I kick the back of their knees so they can be prone or something?
Make another CMB. Actually, correction. Quick thing to verify. Wanda, are you wearing your locket in all of your gear?
No, because
where would it be?
Would be in my bag.
All right.
My the one that's hidden. The hidden bag of holding.
Got you. In that case, you need to make another CMB check for me, Luna.
Okay.
Look, it's fine. What's the worst that could happen?
New character sheets.
That's a 27.
Nice.
26.
With that, you are able to maintain the grapple, but you are not able to get Wanda down.
Man, you're lucky.
Okay.
And you feel like if you tried too much, she could slip free, and you're like, you knew Wanda was pretty strong, but Wanda's fucking strong. You're like,
yeah, no, I'm okay.
And you're like, holy shit, okay. And you're like holding on, but you're not holding on well. And you see Tyree run, just kind of get up like, well, this looks like some no longer fun stuff, and begin to whistle and walk away.
I'm gonna ask Tyree if he can get some blood probably gonna say "fuck you," but I'm gonna try anyways.
I was trying to get something, but somebody got in the way.
I could just let Wanda loose on you. That is an option. And I pretend to let the thing slip.
Could I make an escape artist check as exactly as she pretends to let it slip?
Yes.
Yeah. Alright,
Oh,
first of all, Luna, you're fucked.
Oh, shit.
Secondly, that will be a total of shit. So 40. That will be a total of 40.
You're lying.
I
What the
am not
fuck?
even
Oh my
lying.
god,
That's a
we're
total of
dying.
40.
We're dying. Okay.
Actually, no. Wanda's escape artist is high as shit. But that
Okay.
also it's slightly less because you don't have your locking all your gear on, which gives you boost to that. So
Oh, you're
if you
right.
don't, it's slightly lower. But even
That's
with what
okay.
you would have had to roll to get to that, you would still be able to easily escape. So you go to ha, and as soon as you do that, the rope slackens a minute, and Wanda's just out of it.
And I'm gonna just say, "Oh shit," and try to chase him. But I know I'm probably
you
not
don't
gonna
gotta chase
catch
too
him.
far because Wanda's gonna turn around and bite you because you're the closest.
Okay,
Exactly,
well
like
that's
what?
valid. That's valid. All
You
right,
came to me. You made.
that's hot, but I'm okay. Yeah.
Big facts. Let's see here. Munch, munch, chomp, 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 chomp. All right. Where's the
Don't
blood?
drain me, at least. I mean, you know, I want some of this blood to at least stay alive.
Like Wanda gets any decision of what the hell Wanda's doing in this moment.
I'm just saying.
Alrighty, so let me see. That's a touch attack. Boo, 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 boo. Oh yeah. It's a whole ass bite into you with a 22.
Nice.
All right. And let's see how much gets drunky. Ooh. You lose 2 constitution points as you are being drained and are feeling paralyzed at the moment.
Okay, that's nice.
Well, let me see. Let's see if semi-drunk ass notices anything. Well, I'll be damned.
Does he notice?
It doesn't notice.
I was gonna say, well, no, Tyree is not very perceptive.
Of
But I
course.
rolled an 18 on the dive, which gives him a 19 for his perception.
Okay, that's something.
Which he notices, and it's a little bit of a haze for you, but you suddenly, all of a sudden, see one of the oddest things. You've kind of seen that Tyree can kind of do this, but his hand shoots out, and this kind of dark purple energy dagger appears in his hand, and he throws it immediately. And then swings his hand again and throws a second one immediately into Wanda. And both of them hit you. And they kind of fucking hurt, actually. Let me get these dice, because I'm going to need these.
Thank you for not letting me die, Tyree. That's beautiful.
Hey, look. You can thank him now, you can thank him later. That's 12. That is 15 points of damage, which will immediately break your grapple, Wanda. I need you to make another will save for me.
Wills.
Baby, you can't take all my dice, okay? You can
That'll be a 23.
You snap out to it, which you have the wonderful taste of warm blood in your mouth that tastes delicious.
He likes dice. He likes dice.
And you can tell that you're also hurt. You took 15 points of damage. As you see Tyree's hand still extended as if he threw something at you. And Luna kind of right in front of you, holding her neck.
Am I still dazed?
You're kind of coming out of it as Wanda's like looking at you.
Am I
Okay.
like still standing?
Oh yeah, you're still up. The the pain just knocked you out of it and shocked you.
I like wipe the blood from my mouth and then I like look down at my hands and look back at Luna and just like, I am so sorry.
I'm just gonna whisper, "You're such a bitch," while wiping my neck. You know what I mean? Rubbing my neck, like, cause that kind of hurt me. That hurt. Thank you.
Kind of did. I'm also gonna say, I don't think those hit you. What? Oh wait, you don't have on all your armor and stuff, do you?
Do
you,
Wanda
Wanda does not.
No.
I do not.
And so without all your armor and stuff, that brings your AC down to a 12. Oh, so both of these hit. Cool. All right. from long distance, because my man's got range with his. On the bright side, neither one of these crit. But on top of that 15 damage you took, you take another 2 arrows from your right side for a total of that's ooh, damn. Okay, you really like Luna, huh? You take 18 points of damage.
Damn, that's 33 right there. That's 33.
Yep, as two black feathered arrows slam into your right shoulder, and them bitches hurt. And you just hear Henry's voice yell out, "Get away from her!"
I put my hand up and I'm like, it's cool. It's cool. They're fine now. Right, Wanda?
I definitely am cool. Yes, I'm cool. I'm very cool. I'm sorry.
Go get some packs.
Yeah. And I'm gonna start, I don't know, kind of just wrapping up my wound and
It's perfectly fine because Get Kith is there helping Luna up.
somewhere to get stuff.
And you just see Get Kith begin to walk behind you.
Am I watching him walk up behind Wanda?
Oh yeah, he's walking off behind Wanda.
I'm gonna follow.
All right, in your current state, because Henry is trying to hold on to you and administer aid to you.
Yes, and I'm gonna point to them and be like, nope, 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 nope. Get, I'm gonna try to holler after Get, but I don't know if he can hear me because I just lost a lot of blood and I feel not good.
I just want.
He does. You see Get kind of turn and look back at you and says, "I'll make sure Wanda isn't hurting anyone else." And just turn to walk.
Hey.
Get seems very calm.
Okay, all right, cool.
What happens when they get out of sight? Who knows? But
I'm still trying to follow them. I want to make sure. I just know I'm gonna not be at the same pace as them. So
you are trying to, but Henry is literally holding you down and taking out bolts to wrap around your neck and try to apply some ointment to it to stop the bleeding.
okay, well that's nice. Thank you, Henry.
But Tyree Run also seems to be walking off the same way as Wanda and Get Kith.
Okay, cool. I feel better. That makes me, even though he's drunk as fuck and he did some damage, I feel better about that.
That's true. It's actually the first time you've ever seen him actually throw his little energy blade. You've seen him manifest one, but first time you saw him.
I could have swore I've seen him throw them.
You have before. Well, you saw that on the island, but that's the first time you've seen him throw multiple of them because normally he can only ever make one.
Ah, that's true. Right.
Well, y'all ain't the only ones that did some shit.
I expect everyone to at least level up.
Wait,
I expect them to do some new shit.
Tyree isn't. No, that's another person. The one who has the ship now.
That's Saryu.
Yeah, Saryu. That's Prada and Celine's younger brother.
Also Tahlu.
Right.
Also true.
Wait, why also Tahlu?
I took a pirate ship.
Oh yeah, that's
That
right.
is true.
Oh, that's cool.
You have a crew for it?
Oh no, it's sitting in the cove.
Oh.
Nice.
It's just real estate right now.
Oh,
Yes, indeed. So with that being the case, that's resolved for the most part. Wanda, you'll be able to get some blood in the cafeteria, as you've been taught. Get Kith doesn't do anything to you as you're walking by. Just kind of escorts you there to make sure you don't seem to get any ideas or pounce on anybody else. And Tyree takes the time to talk and ask Get all about his trip and what he did on break. Which you can overhear the part about apparently Ruin's grandfather is a dragonborn. They can fight.
nice.
Yeah. And that he lives up on a mountain out in the far west. Wild stuff.
Would I know if a lesser restoration potion would give me my constitution back, or if rest would just do that?
Restitution potion could immediately do that. as it can heal 1 ability stat, a D4.
Okay, I'm gonna take 2 of them then. You said I lost 2.
All right, you did. So that'll automatically. I mean, you could, but you could literally take 1 and it might give you back a whole D4. Actually, you took 1, it would give you 3 back, so you'd get healed back up.
Okay.
And even get them hit points back. Yay.
Nice.
Voila.
All right. Anything else y'all wanted to do for the week? Because Henry Johnson eventually would leave, though he'd feel a little weird about leaving you here.
I will eventually want to meet with Master Celine, because I want to ask her to hold on to the right of secession and the vassal household golden scroll that I have, because I don't feel it's safe to leave it in the room anymore.
Right?
Ideally, that would be an option for you, but you haven't seen Celine all week, as Celine has been busy with another large event that is happening very soon that her and Sprada have to basically host and put on.
Tahlu would just go training at the
Endow Citadel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And Tara is back, and Tara seems energized. You get a full-on workout.
Sounds good. The first thing Tahlu's gonna do is notice the hand if it's still missing.
No, her hand's been regrown.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
She has her hand back.
It's okay. He wouldn't have said nothing. He would just kind of looked at it like, it's gonna be a question later.
But
Is
yeah.
there a... Go ahead.
Oh, you're good. I was chewing down a Sour Patch, which was not being friendly.
Awesome. So,
I was gonna say, is there at least a safe place I know of in her office that I can leave it and a note for it when she hopefully gets some time to take care of it?
oh, that's right.
Ironically, while her office is locked, if you go up and open the door, it actually lets you in.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm going to place it kind of just on the corner of her desk, neatly tied and taken care of, with a note on top of it asking her to hold on to it for me. She is free to look at it, but
I would say you would also notice that, because you can see her desk, which normally everything in this room is pristine, there's a light layer of dust on some of this stuff. Celine hasn't been in her office in maybe a few weeks.
I'll take the time and at least dust real quick. It won't take me but 10-15 minutes with prestidigitation.
Of course. It's easy enough for you to magically clean things up. But you have them safely put there in the safest place you could think of.
Yes.
I'll say I'm going to look for Sprada, and then I'm going to make sure I get some blood packs for Wanda if I'm allowed to keep them for a long period of time. Or not.
You don't actually get access to the blood packs.
I didn't think so. Okay, never
You's
mind.
not a damn peer pimping.
Okay. That's beautiful then.
I will say that, Sin, you would get a ring on your card on the upcoming first week, as this week is coming to an end, if there's nothing particular over the days you're doing, letting you know that this, actually let me say the correct date, because even though it's Saturday in my head, the actual day is called Sunday, because I always forget that.
Sunday.
Yeah, I was about to say, so the Sunday. Yeah, I was about to say for Ruin, his would be just training and working on shells.
Easy enough. You get a message, which you realize other cards do, that you are being requested to come to the Sindao compound here in Teleria, which is known as a massive estate, one of the biggest in the actual nation, and was the former home of Suzaku Sindao. And the message from Celine reads simply that it's being requested that the multiple groups of Aegis students are to come to the Sindao compound. I'm going to ask you to work as additional security for the evening, as there will be many people here and it is a large estate for us to watch over. Details will be given once you arrive.
I will then go and message my team for a quick meeting, and then I will start kind of finding other team leaders and just making sure that other people have also gotten this message.
Easy enough for you to do. I will say something that is also a little off to you is you know that the next month coming up is Rova, but since you lived in Hearthstone, you often call it Torwasha after Torag, their god, because they refuse to name a month after a super evil god.
That's fair.
They're like, that's the evilest of gods. It's violent and dangerous. Why would we give him a month? Fuck that.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like evil is all in perspective.
Yeah.
Very true.
But I think so far the general consensus is that he's not nice,
I mean,
at the very least.
He's known as Mr. Fuck 'em Up, so yeah, kinda.
hell is a road paved with good intentions.
Yeah, but this guy ain't got good intentions. This guy ain't got a road. He's got a crater.
Semantics, man. It's still a get from point A to point B.
The only point you're going from is the outside to the inside, and that's down.
Actually, I was going to say, this guy is literally known as a god that only seeks to destroy everything, including the other gods.
Well, hot damn. See? There you go.
Yes.
Sounds like my kind of guy.
That he literally... Well, the unofficial story is that this god is the one god that all the other gods, good and evil, including even Asmodeus, all fought against to subdue and put into a slumber because he could not be murdered or destroyed by them. He could only be restrained.
Damn.
I like him.
He's got a month. Nah, I'm gonna pass on that.
While Rova is named after Rovagug, which most people are like, just call it Rova. You go after the dwarven style of Torag and call it Torawash, Torawsh. So it threw you off a little bit when everybody was like, yeah, the first Rova. You're like, the fuck is Rova? Like, wait, what?
Oh, okay. You guys mean this. Gotcha.
Yes,
Okay, I get it now.
The Kitsune Society, y'all also are like, yeah, we're not naming a month after this guy.
Ruin cares not about months, so he doesn't worry about it.
But yes, easy enough for you to gather the team together, let them know the plans that you have for them.
So are we supposed to dress fancy as security guards, or we just roll up as we are?
I think we're supposed to have our uniforms on and our armaments ready. Maybe not necessarily donned when we first get there, but we definitely need to be somewhat presentable.
All right. What I would say is any of you that have been paying attention can actually make a knowledge local attempt to see if you know anything about what the hell they could be talking about.
I mean, I got no clue, even though I've been to town quite a bit.
Knowledge local?
Yes.
Well, if I've been in town, would I have heard something about it?
A little bit. That's what you're making your knowledge local check for.
I mean, I don't have knowledge local, so I'd roll a 10 flat out if I roll.
What I wrote two. I don't know why I wrote 2d20s. Hold on.
Yeah, so I got a 10.
20 for me.
I'm mad that I rolled 2d20s because one of them was a 20.
You failed yourself.
I
So
did.
Wanda's got a 23.
Nice. You've been hearing rumbles about it, but this kind of confirms it that basically since Sprada has taken over as the general commander of the Talarian armies, he is holding basically kind of it's a stately dinner with a lot of important dignitaries from all over going to be coming, not only from Talaria themselves, but from around the world, including the king and queen of Talaria themselves and their son, the prince.
I got a 22.
Well, damn.
Yes. And you know that from the sounds of the people who've been talking about it, but the size of the actual estate is so massive that it's going to be difficult to even if with the army present, guarding the rest of the city, it'd still be difficult to cover all the grounds. But using the students to supplement that also probably keeps you all safe and close while, he's at this huge dinner. So that way, heaven forbid, a certain team fuck around and finds themselves in the third plane of hell, he doesn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
No, you're right. That's
I mean, it was only one time. One time.
Ruin, all it takes is one time.
Right?
And no offense, for me it's been twice, because that necklace was pretty freaking scary, too.
Look, semantics, man.
You ordered my stuff this time.
So,
Can I? I'm sorry, go on.
I wasn't saying anything.
I would like to say that I do want to apologize throughout the week, though.
Apologize how? To who?
Everybody, personally. Some personalized apologies. Tahlu is not going to be something special because I know he doesn't give a fuck, but...
he's gonna be like, why are you apologizing?
Exactly, so... I'm just saying I'm sorry because I feel bad for you. That's all I'm going to say.
He'll accept it, but he's still gonna be confused. Like,
I know.
it's fine. I suppose I don't understand, but if it feels like something you need to do, then I accept it.
Me and Wanda have already had our discussions.
Sorry, Luna.
Thank you.
I'm gonna pack blood packs.
Thank you, bitch.
Can I do that? I take.
Around like a goddamn Capri Sun, man. It's a little Kool-Aid pouch.
Yeah, I'm gonna just be popping them every once in a while.
You bitch.
I mean, it had been a while, but that blood did taste good to you, Wanda. Really?
Oh, I know. I bet. I've been wanting to do that since day one.
No, I burned my camera.
For Ruin, I will wait until he's alone and walk up to him and just like he did, just walk into the room and apologize. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna walk into the room and I'm gonna be like, I'm really sorry that I caused so much drama for you and this team and I didn't listen and that I had actions. Hold on. That's not what I say. I do say all that until the actions part. What I'm gonna say is I do apologize for how is that word where you make something disappear but you don't? I'm sorry I got all of your emotional belongings sucked up into a black hole because I didn't listen. That's what I'm gonna say.
We're just gonna look at Luna, nod his head, he goes, okay, accept your apology, but the next time you put anyone on this team in danger again, I will not hold back. As he walks away.
I just nod my head to that.
Just for the record, your father gave you another set of tools.
Yes!
And for sin,
Go
on.
Oh no, I was gonna say his father has plenty, so he didn't mind giving you another set of tools.
Okay.
Grandpa Scales thought that shit was hilarious.
It's all disappeared.
And for Sin, I am going to wait until he's alone also, and I will ask if I can speak to him.
Sure. I'll probably say is one of the nights I'm copying spells into my spell book. Has Quartermain gotten me the trickier of the scrolls yet, Ace?
Ooh.
He has not been able to acquire those, actually.
Okay. I can still wait. I've got a couple others I can send you and subtract the gold for.
I was about to say, did I get that gauntlet finally? Because it's been 2 months.
It has been. The gauntlet is actually done.
So you've got your Gauntlet of
Yeah.
Regeneration?
Yeah, I would like to retrieve that amongst the time that I'm during that week that we had.
Easy enough for you to be able to go down and get it, as Quartermain would have it ready for you. And quite proud that nobody got their grubby little paws on it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll close my spell book as I'm kind of working on it. I'll be like, yeah, Luna?
Hold on, I need a sip of water. I've got cotton mouth. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Are you sitting down?
Yeah, I mean, at my desk.
I'm gonna sit down and I'm going to explain all my feelings. Basically, I felt really bad because I felt abandoned by you guys when you ran. And ever since then, I have been having a hard time with my emotions and feeling like I have a place in this team. And then for a long time, I was hearing voices. Well, not a long time, right? But it felt like a long time.
It felt like a long time, but it wasn't that long in actual time.
Would I know that?
You're not too sure.
Okay, so I was hearing voices for a long time, and I was very emotionally distraught. I've been going to therapy like you suggested, and I just want to apologize for not listening in the first place when it came to those books and for not communicating this sooner.
I'm glad you're getting help. I'm glad you're learning at your own pace rather than just closing yourself off. I don't fully understand how you felt abandoned, but that's me, not you. But I'm glad you're at least telling me this, because, I mean, if it continues to happen, I have no problem talking. I'm not as good as a therapist, but I don't think that we are abandoning you. I don't intend to. But let's continue to work, and let's try and pull this team at least somewhat from the pit we've dug ourselves. Tahlu's made a couple of good points that even if we don't stay a team, we can at least stay friends, but I'd at least like to try and keep the team together.
It was when you guys ran away, when I had fallen down. I know I could have easily turned into an animal, but it's like you guys didn't even look back, and it felt really bad. And then, Wanda consistently leaving, it just didn't feel like, it just felt bad. Maybe, I don't know, maybe my feelings aren't the reality of what's happening, but in that moment, with everything that was going on, it felt like I was being abandoned.
It was probably the danger that we all could have died in there, because I don't think there was enough space for any one of us to fly. Except maybe he was like a really tiny bird. I'm gonna hold up my hands at like the size of a hummingbird. But I think it was more panic and just survival instincts that kicked in for everybody at that time.
I can understand that. I would thank you for listening, and then I would just leave with that being said.
Okay.
Excellent. Sen, you would get more notice as the other team leaders kind of all come to you to kind of confirm the information they got. So all the first years were told to bring that ass here.
Bring that
you're
ass.
to be in uniform, that you should come fully armed, that you will be acting as a guard, an honor guard, yet a guard still.
Okay.
Destroy it all.
So that means no drinking 24 hours before the predetermined date. I'm telling this to other team leaders. Do we want to... We'll probably be given tasks, but do we want to try and even out any smaller teams with a member or two from other teams? Or do we just want to remain as our current teams?
You see, Everest kind of look over. If we try to combine somebody with the other teams, we might mess up all the team chemistry.
That was one of the things I'd feared. Then we at least need to designate one person from each team as a first priority is communication to the others if something happens.
I can agree with that. We should have some type of plan in place somehow. To which you hear Ignis speak up, which is a large female orc. She rarely even speaks in these meetings, but she's always there. My team will be one of those that takes the perimeter position.
All right.
And then you hear Kyle say, "Oh, we're calling spaces. I call inside. I want to be somewhere inside. I want to be outside. Hot in all my armor? No, it's gonna be sweaty at night." To which it's some kind of nods and kind of rest and kind of look around. And then you hear Ty say, "Well, I think a smaller team should be inside, and the larger teams," motioning towards, of course, Team 1, Team 2, and Team 4 and 5, should be guarding the perimeter, because it's such a wide perimeter. Easily you'll be able to handle such a thing. Yep, that's just the way it's got to be. We got to make sure we're balanced out.
Okay. Then you all will also have to deal with helping the wait staff in case they seem to start lacking behind, which I hope you all have brushed up on your etiquette. And we have no problem, I at least don't, having to writing this all down and submitting it as a proposal to Headmaster Sprada to see if he has any last-minute changes or alterations to it. So, on top of that, make sure your teams are brushed up on proper serving etiquette and manners.
Which Ty just looks all of it. Ha! Of course we will be, of course. Of course, leader of the first years. And he does like this elaborate bow, good sir. To which you see the members of his team roll their eyes.
It's just a goofy grin on my face in the sense of, like, I don't care where I am, we're just here to do a job. Alright, and I'll kind of take a note of where the teams think they would be best placed.
Which Average just kind of says, okay, if there's 4 teams outside, then each of us should just take one of the cardinal points and guard that area.
Okay, do we want to try and stack any extras on the corners, or are we just looking to get as even coverage as we can?
Well, if we spread out evenly, then by every corner there should be at least 2 people.
That works.
No.
She says, I already know that I'm going to put Get Kith at one corner and I'm going to put Adam at the other corner.
Smart.
They're the fastest, strongest, and most capable that I have that can handle themselves individually or work with any of the rest of you fairly well without me having to worry about them. The rest of my team I'm going to keep kind of close, which you hear Anastasia says, I did not buy a new dress not to be seen looking fabulous, okay?
Oh, wait, we're all there?
No, it's just
Anastasia.
She just butted herself in.
Oh, yeah, Anastasia. Anastasia always walks around with Avarice now. They're like BFFs.
That's great.
Okay, I'm about to say, because if this was like a team meeting or something, Bruin would go, but if it's just like team leaders, he would be like, all right.
Oh, no, it was just team leaders. And Anastasia was like, yeah, right. I'm definitely not gonna not come to that. Like, yeah, of course. And came anyway. And the rest of the team leaders don't care enough to be like, okay, whatever, you're here.
I might have to attend for a small time period, depending on who arrives. Would I have been able to collect any information to see if anyone from Ventus would be arriving?
If you were to ask, you'd be told yes.
Which households would be arriving?
Lord Hisoka himself would be coming.
Then I will definitely have to attend for a small period of time, at least, to make my appearance. I guess during that time I can leave Ruin and Tahlu in charge. Ruin for placement and Tahlu for communications. So if something happens during my absence, contact Tahlu and he can tell Ruin and hopefully cover while I'm not there.
I also plan to go inside in the tent, which you just see Anastasia kind of like throwing a slight tantrum. But Avarice completely ignoring it. But in the meantime, it'll still probably be Anastasia will be the main contact that you can speak to. As she'll be located near the center of the wall.
Okay. I'll probably
Avarice
have.
kind of looks at you and says, also realize we're probably going to be being graded by this as an official exam.
Kind of one of the reasons why I'm kind of gathered everyone here, so as first years we can all pass.
This is something that like second years would do to prove that they can go out into the field for their third years.
Well, let's see. At this current first year academy, we have Crown Princess, her consort, an internationally wanted member of a rival school and nation. We have extremely powerful and adept martial artists, along with mesmerists and other arcanely gifted students. The fact that we are still getting first year courses is a little, honestly, a little reassuring that they at least trust us enough to give us this high of a accolade and test, but also not fully wanting to throw us to the wolves.
To which your Ava says, this should be perfectly fine. We're more than capable. And then she kind of thinks about it for a moment. Actually, I think that I'm going to need to buy a new dress. To which you just say, Anastasia, well, I'm on team on the inside, and you chose to join with Avarice, so sucks to suck. You even had an A name, too. You would have fit in over here so well.
Perfect A team.
And you just hear her say, okay, I'm switching teams. Like, nope, doesn't work that way. Can't do it right
Nope.
now.
Nope.
I would suggest that if not an actual new piece of attire, everyone go over their uniform with a fine-tooth comb to make sure it's in place.
What you hear John say, so I'm team outside? We got all right, yeah, with you all guys, yeah, it'll be fine. It's fine. It's not worried at all. Like it's the headmaster's house. What's gonna happen there? right? Nothing's gonna happen, right?
I'm going to try to reassure Adam and tell him, Adam, you have a wonderful team behind you. You won't have any problem.
John,
John, you have a wonderful team backing you. You'll be fine.
But you didn't say that nothing was gonna happen. You didn't say the thing. You didn't say the thing.
John, on our first day here, my team and I ended up managing to land somewhere in a different plane. I would be boldly lying to you if I said absolutely nothing would be happening.
You know, I wouldn't feel too bad if you lied.
I trust you all as friends enough to not lie to you.
But you just see everyone else laughing. You see the Kyle put her head on his back. Like, it's fine. This will be our chance for glory. We'll save all these bigwigs from something terrible because Team Moonshadow was there. And then we'll be legendary and everybody will love us. It'll be fine. I mean, if push comes to shove, if worse comes to worse, we just blame Team Moonshadow.
What the fuck?
Not gonna say it's completely unwarranted, but that does sting a little.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's kind of our team. Yeah.
Like, hey, top team means you got to take all the credit and all the responsibilities.
Ouch.
Membership rolls downhill.
Yep.
Yeah, but no complaining if they decide to give us the honors and not the entirety of Class 1.
It'll be fine. Chances are, like, something will blow up. There'll be, like, a massive invasion. People will be killed, assassinations, whole 9 yards. And then we'll just be like, hey, it's Team 1 stuff. And ironically, you see some of the other leaders like, yeah, Team 1 does kind of... To which Avarice says, it's not just Team 1. My team gets in the middle of stuff, too, and we succeed. And everybody's kind of...
Kind of want to just chime, if I was there, I wanted to chime in like, we kind of bring you to that shit.
Everybody's kind of like,
Look, we're here as a collective first year of Aegis Academy. At least for that night, let's put aside the team divide and try and be the best first years of Aegis Academy. Something that can try and live up to what Sprata and his team were on their first year.
Like we could ever do something like that. Like they... alright.
We're already close.
You know what? Make a diplomacy check.
Ooh. I'm liking that 16. Plus diplomacy of 6 for a
24.
20,
No, 22.
22.
22. 22.
Mm-hmm. With that, kind of see some looks and some head nods. Say, all right, sounds good. And you see Avarice put her hand in. It's like, all right, all in.
I'll walk over and join.
You see everybody else kind of do it. And lastly, you see Anastasia put her hand on top. It's just Avarice like, you're not a team leader. It's like, I'm your second in command, so I'm like a vice team leader. I'm here, okay? And you just see her kind of like take a deep breath. For the honor and glory of Aegis Academy. And,
The honor and glory of Aegis Academy.
and with that, everybody, oh,
Amen.
and everybody heads off to take care of their teams. And get prepared.
I will.
I'm sad you didn't say amen.
No.
I'm not holding a sermon, damn it. I'm not at the temple.
No,
And
that's
it's peace
later.
be with you.
Elsewhere, Zero's sitting alone in his father's office, as he's wont to do. Sitting there with a young man with dark skin wearing very plain but black armor. And as he's sitting there looking at a crystal ball and a copy of one of the invitations to the large gathering being held at the Sindao compound, he just looks and says, "So it looks like we are going to have a night out. Get ready, Mizu." Back at the school, you guys have the day to prepare. Anything that you want to do before you get there?
Do I need to top off your ring at all, Ruin? Or the ring you're borrowing from me at all?
I mean, I've only used it once, and that was that when I fought Jace. I mean, I'm missing one. I think that's it. I'll hand the ring back to Sin.
I'll drop another level 1, what is it, shield into it?
Yeah. I was going to say the shield spell wasn't used up.
Even during his, he used it when in the combat with Jace, though.
Oh, yeah, with Jace he did. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was
yeah.
before- I was like, he didn't use it on the trip, but you did use it before then. So, yeah, you can easily drop another shield spell into there.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I'm gonna do that.
I'm not gonna use any type of magical means to fight Grandpa. So he just whipped my ass even more.
Like, oh,
Yep.
you think magic's gonna save you from this ass whooping? That's a good man, good man.
Oh, the pain.
I mean, I like his whole personality.
Oh yeah, good stuff. So with that being said, you guys can make your way to the Sindao compound, which is in the Erudite district.
Okay, so we just need a clean student uniform, right? Nothing fancy.
All right.
And your armament.
You were told to come fully armed and in uniform.
Okay, got it.
Wait, uniform is a school uniform or dress nicely?
That's what I want to know.
Your school uniform.
Okay.
Could I wear the spirit armor and the school uniform?
Oh yeah, you can wear it over top of it. Your
Okay.
school uniform is basically just like undergarment clothes, and then you can always put your armor over top of it.
Okay.
I mean, basically, mine's just a chain shirt and I throw the coat over it.
It allows for customization.
Can I ask, could I have eventually gotten some pants instead of a skirt?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have done that. And yeah, okay. Fully armored, gotcha.
So you got you pants now.
Yeah, because I'm a woman, but like a woman in pants, you feel me?
I got you. Very new Supergirl outfit. Got you.
We are men in tights.
Right.
Oh,
Exactly.
manly men.
Exactly.
I'm assuming you're taking one of the school carriages out to the estate, the compound, as it's known as.
Yes.
Oh,
I mean,
Right.
yeah, let's say Ruin would be flying, and then you're like, oh, no, just
No,
hover
you can-
above.
Yeah, you can fly above the carriage, but we're gonna try to arrive there all on time at once.
Yeah, I'll be riding in the carriage, but Margot is going to be flying above with Ruin.
all right. Good question. Are both companions coming?
Hassan.
No.
Come
Straight up, no.
Choki's good.
Needs a little more training.
Maybe next level. I don't know.
Damn. Sad.
He's still a pup.
I'm going to let Margot in on if whatever I know.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And sounds good. All right. So as you are going there, you find your way and find yourselves
Mhm.
coming to the compound, which is, from where you can see, if you're looking outside the windows, not far off, you can actually see the actual castle of Teleria. And you're like, oh, okay, so we're here. Okay. Which you're in the erudite district, where the wealthiest members of the Telerian society tend to reside.
I've been here before.
I
Multiple times.
I will first be having my Zanzos fancy attire on, at least to potentially meet, because I'm estimating that I might have to meet as not only Celine's apprentice, but also as one of the vassal houses for Lord Hisoka. So I at least want to. I'm going to have my Deathwalker's ward in my bag of holding,
All right.
but I'm going to be in fancier attire with my Aegis Academy kind of accoutrement on.
Okay,
As you
I
can
guess-
see, the walls around the compound as you come up to it are 15 feet tall, 20 feet tall maybe. Hard to see, but you can see they seem to have some guards that are patrolling around. But
we got some ruins flying about. He's gonna go, all right, so which corner are we taking then if we're taking corners? Because I'm
asking, are you flying over the walls?
no, I am not. That is dumb, and I am not getting shot down.
I would say, because even as you begin to approach the walls, you would see dozens of archers raise their bows towards you.
Yep, immediately land on top of the carriage like, and point towards my uniform.
Which they seem to recognize and not fire for that reason, as the guard is allowing you all to pass through. But you can see that many of them here by the gate gave you that look like you almost got fucked up.
Almost got dead.
It would have been a flesh wound.
With that being the case, as you come inside, you can see that the other carriages also all decided to come together, as all the first years were riding together. And from what you can see, the other first years that are going to be inside are dressed a bit nicer than normal. All of them looking in their fancier gear, such as Avarice having a beautiful black to silver ombre dress.
Why does it feel like I've seen that one before?
Oh yeah, you've seen a similar one to it. This one seems a little bit different though, as it seems to have kind of a starlight sparkle shimmer over it. Almost like it has a sheer cloth laying over top of it. It's very nice.
Okay.
And with that, as you all arrive, you see a familiar face. Christoph kind of greets you all as he's in his full armor and says, "Students."
Kind of nod and bow slightly, Christoph.
I've been informed that you all have your assignments that you've all decided yourselves. Kind of looking over at Avarice. He just nods. Okay, so if you have your assignments, get to your posts. Those of you who are coming inside, come with me.
At that point, Ruin's going to ask him, wait, which corners are we going to? Because I don't think I've ever heard.
Avarice should be taking the northern wall. We will be taking the eastern wall. John's team will be taking the western wall, and I forget, what was the last team?
Big Gnosis team?
Yeah, the last team was Team Nightmare, which you'll be giving them the southern wall, which is the wall that everyone comes through, and that's the all non-human team.
And then I'm going to switch John and Nightmare. So John is a little safer with the few guards that they have there already, and the non-human team is
Not being racist.
not having the
Deal with racists.
potentially having to deal with racists and other nobles that could be coming through.
Yes, indeed. Ideally, the west side is towards the actual castle, so seems like it'd be the safer of all the 4 locations. Whereas the north side would lead to the northern part of town past the northern walls, and the west side would lead out toward the east side leads out towards the sea and the docks.
Ah, 'tis the sea.
Very much so, and seeing that the compound is kind of set upon a hill where there's no nearby buildings that actually reach over the wall, you actually have a clear sight looking down from the wall towards the actual ocean from here, as the ground recedes downward at a gentle slope.
So I was just gonna be like, if I see any ships, I'm blasting them.
Wait, we can do that?
I was going to say, you see the docks are filled with ships.
Tahlu, we're not taking target practice at ships, are we?
I don't know about we.
I'm saying more like him.
Can we not? I don't know what happened to you, but I don't know what happened to your hatred of seafaring vessels.
Look, it's not the vessels. It's the fact that if I kill the pirates on the vessels, I get a ship.
Oh,
It works like that?
It's all about getting. So you just want a ship?
I mean, I got a ship. I want another.
So you want more? Oh, okay, that sounds pretty cool.
Tahlu's gonna build a fleet.
Well, let's not turn to piracy.
I mean, it's not piracy if they're dead.
Exactly, Ruin. Thank you.
But let's not. Yeah, but if they're not bad people, then we're the pirates.
Well, that's why we make sure they're bad
relative.
people.
Okay.
It's all relative.
I mean, whoever survives gets to tell the truth, right?
Exactly.
At least that's what Grandpa says.
Okay.
I like it, Grandpa.
Let's be our Team One's best attempt at being civil tonight.
Don't you got a party to go to?
fine.
Unfortunately.
All right, you have fun, Sin. I guess at that point, if Ruin saw Everest, you'd tell her she looked nice and bye, have fun.
Okay, you guys spread out. I will let Luna know Gitketh should be on one of the corners of the northern wall. If she wants to take the corner that joins it, maybe she'll see him. I don't know.
Nice.
So Tahlu's gonna nudge Ruin like, I'll give you a ship if you help me.
Okay, what do we got to do?
I'm walking away. I don't hear anything. La 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 la. And I'm gonna walk inside.
As Ruin pulls out his brand new toy, he goes, "Just tell me where I gotta aim."
At the people, not the ship. We don't want to sink the ship.
Okay, got it. And Ruin's just gonna basically have that on a kind of like a lanyard kind of thing, like one of the big old ropes, or like a leather strap.
Bandolier?
No, he's gonna have it on a leather strap that he hangs from his shoulder.
Get your attention strap.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Because I already have a bandolier,
Oh,
and I have darts in it, and I probably would have modified it to fit shells in it as well.
Oh, that's what I should have done with my time off. I perfected those fucking darts.
Could have.
I mean, I gave you the tips for them.
Yeah, but I need the other stuff.
How are you all situated along the wall? I'm assuming Luna is at one left corner, so tell me how you extend down the east wall and who's where.
You know where I am.
Yeah,
I was saying-
because Kith is there.
Let's say, is Gitkith at the same corner that she's going to, though? Or is he going to be on the opposite side?
He is on that side because that's the side where the most danger could come from.
Ah, okay. Luna's going to be there.
I feel like we should spread ourselves out along the
like,
wall,
To
and then
give you an idea of how long these walls are, this is like 1,000 feet.
Okay.
At that point, Ruin will be like, okay, if that's going to
Actually, correction. Let me remath the walls.
If that's the most dangerous sides, like it
Actually,
should.
to add more to that, each side is closer to closer to about 5,000 feet. These walls are long and huge, as this estate is massive.
Are we the only ones?
1,000 squares on a D&D mat.
Like,
So
it's literally, to give you guys an idea, Aegis Academy seems like it's almost similar in total size as the compound.
and this is a house.
Yeah, this is just the mansion of the Sindal family, which has multiple smaller buildings. As the main mansion has outlying houses. It has different, apparently, seem to have different smaller little homes kind of situated out here.
Okay, if that's going to be the case, I would probably suggest, like, Tahlu, if you want to hit either the center or slight off to the center, I'll head over to the northern east side.
I would say stay somewhere where I can still reach you. That way, if I gotta send you a message and relay a message, you're the fastest of us. I would like you to be able to rove along the wall to deliver the message if I can't.
I
don't
got
know
you.
if I can access everybody's card.
Gotcha.
Do you
I'll at
feel-
least be within shouting distance, if anything.
Nice.
I'll be like either at least one person in between us as we spread out.
I would say be within shouting distance of somebody at any given point.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's what I was gonna say. Do you feel like me being in the most dangerous corner is the right thing to do?
I'm about to say, if anything else, put Luna further down south, if that would be the case.
Ideally, it's the corner that is the one that faces out to the north side and towards the sea, where if there's more guards and stuff on the other side, because that's closer to the actual town, or more located to the city. As near the front gate, there's more guards, and of course, near towards the castle, there's more guards. So on the opposite end would be the least guarded.
But we would all be within yelling distance, at least. Like,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
can
Pretty
hear.
much.
I mean, ideally, if you put yourselves like 1,000 feet away, you can still yell to one another. You can see
Okay.
each other. You're just far away. Like, all right, I see you. Cool. Like,
All right,
normal
then.
guards would be stationed.
Okay, I'm okay where I am then. Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, then all right, then Luna can stay at her spot, and I guess either
Ruin,
Have
then
someone
Tahlu,
yeah,
and then
Ruin-
Wanda from north
Yeah,
to south.
All right.
Yeah, I want to guard the least guarded part.
No, that
I
would
was
be
say that- that's
that
for-
would be ruined.
I was gonna say the
Okay.
south isn't. Well, the south near the gate is guarded, but the gate is like 2,500 yards away from you, so it's a ways away. You can see it, but if you took off at a run, it would take you a minute to get there.
So it would be me at the most open corner with Get, Ruin, Tahlu, then you, right?
yes,
Okay.
and that's spread out at least 1,000 feet.
I'll be
Yeah.
right back.
Yeah.
About
But you're
250 feet between each of you all. Almost the length of a football field.
Oh no, correction. The wall length is 5,000.
Oh,
Just to a wall.
then we're talking more along the lines of 1,250 feet between each of you all.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah, that's
will
what I was saying, like
step
about
in and
1,000.
shore it up to 1,000 feet between us when I finally get back.
And you'll be at the other corner.
I was actually going to step in between you and Ruin to kind of bolster that section and just
Okay.
let them kind of push down a little bit.
Okay.
But
Yay! And then Sin will be inside.
I'm inside for now. Let's
Just
see
like
what happens.
Avarice is inside.
Yeah, he's because he's royal and he needs to see everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, let's say he's because of freaking national things. That's why he's there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not only with Teleria by being Celine's apprentice, but also being a vassal house of Lord Hisoka, who is attending.
Among the people that are attending, because there's a lot. But y'all are here
Yeah.
early, and everybody's set out. So see, it's all working out just fine. Everything's fine.
I'm gonna tell Margot to go in the trees and keep their eye out for anybody who's coming up on the property, and looking for what.
You can tell her to
Yeah.
go to the trees inside the compound, but outside the compound wall, there aren't any trees. It's city proper.
Just
Yeah.
the proper.
Mm-hmm. It's
Then-
a nice district. There's nice cobbled stone. There's other nice homes that are out here that are fairly expensive. just not as big as this fucking compound, which is why it's not called a mansion or an estate. It's a compound because it's bigger.
then-
Like this house is bigger than your whole hometown.
Then I'll tell her to traverse the boundaries and call really loudly if she sees anybody coming up on the property or whatever. Like
So you're gonna be
mine's a little further out than where we're standing.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I will have my quiver out with, I guess, 30 arrows, putting it just leaning to one of the sides of the wall, and I'll have bow in hand
Nice. All right.
and one arrow notched, or ready to be notched in and let go of anything.
All righty then. I like it. I like it. And this time it's about roughly 2 in the afternoon or so. You guys are there. On the
Am I
inside. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say Flame Blossom is out. That's all.
Got you. On the inside, Sin, you see that the others are giving their orders of where to stand, where there's one team that's apparently being situated up on the top floor, as there are multiple floors. So on the actual roof of the mansion, to cover things in case something should happen, is where Team Angelic Glory is being stationed. But you're like, cool, they have a lot of ranged attackers. They got a whole Sabra. Yeah, I like that. I like that idea.
The tactical plan has been thought out here. They have put the highest artillery style team on the roof. Smart.
Exactly. He's like, okay, this works out. This is a whole thing, and I'm with this. I support it. And giving a look around, kind of at the other teams, kind of take a quick stock. Team Goliath, you're going to support the front entrance. Ideally, you'll be in the foyer, flank the foyer doors. If push comes to shove and something bad happens, you are to lock those doors and nothing gets through. To which the Kyle gives a whole command and shout and salute, which the rest of them do, and you see them double time it back towards the front with the hoo 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 hoo. In Team 3, you shall be supporting the other end, the far end of the northern side. There's also a small interior garden that is kept there. You will be stationed there to watch out for anybody that attempts to come through the back maze. Because, of course, on the other far side of this place, you can't just go into the mansion. There's a huge hedge maze. And when I say huge, I mean like you've crossed streets that have been smaller than this thing.
Sindao Mansion?
Yeah,
The
the Sindao compound.
Where is it? Not in. You said in Tulare?
It is in Teleria. It's in the northeast side of Teleria, between the castle and the docks.
It just sounds familiar to the you know.
Oh, it should sound familiar to the player. You were stationed here. Ironically, Wanda is near the building that technically is the one that your old character lives in the future.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
This was my compound.
It was. That was your whole house. This is where you lived.
That's
It
beautiful.
has a bunch of secret entrances and exits.
Anything about it.
But with that, you see that people begin to arrive early for this festivities. Sin, you immediately begin to feel a little sick as you see a huge banner come through, and you can actually see the people that are there, and you recognize the banner as the same one of Zanzos, and you're like, wait.
I don't like this.
That's why Avarice had to be.
I'm going to take a half step back and be like, Avarice, I believe this is your cue.
And she just seems to take a deep breath and steady herself. As you can see that this carriage, there's two of them, and you can see that coming out of one, as the porters kind of come around and open it up, out steps Queen Amarel Zelen Caldera herself,
Oh,
in this beautiful flowing purple and white dress that has a train behind it. And stepping out after her, you see General Luna Caldera stepping out in her full battle armor with a scowl on her face. And then you also see 3 others step out from behind and step out of the carriage. 3 males, actually. They look to be probably, well, they're elves. As dark elves, you can't really tell. They don't look young, but they don't look old either.
Can I quickly whisper to Avarice, who are the 3 attendants?
I know.
You see Avarice stiffen.
Sounds like uncles.
And she says the first one, from what you can see, has, like most elves normally grow their hair out, he kind of has a kind of shorter kind of buzz cut of a small kind of frohawk going back. That's Baju Uzuka. He is one of the head sorcerers of the School of Sorcery.
So,
And then you see behind him, you see a guy that seems a little bit shorter, a little bit on the shorter statue for a dark elf. But you'll notice that he doesn't have red eyes, he has purple ones. And it says that's Maurici Horo. He's the head of arcane studies. Why would he? Like, she seems more confused, like, the fuck are they doing here? And the last guy, give me a sense motive check, please.
Uh-oh.
okay. Only have 14 plus sense motive of 6, so a dirty 20.
Nice. Looking at the last guy, he, for some reason, seems to put you on edge, and you don't know why. He's walking in what seems to be this kind of dark purple armor with black greaves all over it. And you can see that he seems to have some type of... It's weird. You can see that he has some type of hilt for a sword, but it seems like the entire saber for it, or the entire case is being held in it, doesn't seem to extend anywhere. Like, it just seems to be the hilt of a sword on his hip. That's in a holder that doesn't seem to have anything else with it.
Oh, lightsaber.
And you hear Avarice kind of take an audible gulp.
Ew.
That is Amari. He's the champion of ice.
Amari?
Yes, Amari. Amari. And she kind of, without moving her head, kind of whispers over to you. He is the most powerful soldier in the army.
On par with your aunt, or better?
Better. He's just a male.
Eyes are kind of gonna go a little wide.
Like, when she says better, she says it with zero hesitation.
Damn.
Oh yeah, I can tell that was an immediate snap response in the sense of, I'm not fucking around at this moment.
Now, of course, when the queen steps up, she kind of puts out her hand. Avarice, darling. And you didn't hear it behind you, but you hear Celine say, Your Majesty, right behind you.
I'm gonna bow my head slightly and avert my eyes, because I'm not going to attempt to screw with Zanzos royalty at this moment.
Don't be scared. Be about it.
It's not about being scared, it's about being smart.
Word.
It is a pleasure to see you this evening. Of course, I would not miss dear Sprada's homecoming for the world. Where is your handsome brother? He would be inside, ma'am. Please allow me to escort you. By all means. And with that, they kind of carry past you. You can almost feel the eyes of the general on you. But not looking up, like, if I don't make eye contact, she doesn't see me. She doesn't see me.
As blank and as empty as I can make them while still staring forward.
And the moment passes. The other two kind of pass by you. The champion of ice stops when he's beside you. And you don't know if he's, out of your periphery see that he's looking at you or anything of that nature. He just seems to stop for a moment. And then he takes a step on after about a moment. But it was very visible of him walking and stopping his cadence beside you and then walking on. But with that, the people from Zanzos are here. Yay! Yay!
Way to kill the party quick.
It's perfectly fine. I didn't kill anything. People are still alive.
For now.
For now. Mine went to the same place for now.
Yep.
Look,
It's only 5 o'clock.
Yeah, they got a whole 30 minutes.
If there's ever a time to try to, get all the fancy bigwigs in one place, this will be the place to do it. But they got great guards all over the place.
Oh shit! We could do a whole assassination with you, Tahlu.
The fuck? Hold on, time out. What?
Whoa! Whoa!
Well, that took a real quick heel turn.
I was about to say, hold on. I just wanted a ship. I didn't want to fucking take out the royalty.
You have a literal god killer, city blaster. There's all these powerful people in this one room, and my mind goes straight to, wow, that's a great
Your
opportunity.
mind goes straight to regicide.
All right. Clean house.
Not even the fact that, your friends and teammates are inside of here.
Oh, yeah, about that.
Everybody, I need you to get out now. That's wait, what?
Jokes on us. Luna's the big bad evil person the entire time.
Hey, I was considering it. I was not the big bad, but not being good.
An obvious, a not obvious heel turn.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All possible.
Tyler's I just wanted a boat. What the fuck happened?
Right. Tahlu was Ruin's all about this. All right, how are we gonna get this boat? I've never owned a boat.
Who's after Zanzos?
Who's not after Zanzos?
Hearthstone?
That's very true. Who knows? Hearthstone would be coming through. Which you see the king and queen, and of course your main man, the prince himself, checking in, seeming excited. He gives you a whole body hug, Sin. Where you're like,
Prince Rumi.
ah. Wait, if you're here, that means my friend has to be here. You see him looking around, where's my guy? Where's my bird guy?
Ruin is currently out on the western wall. If I can find time, I will bring him to you for a few moments.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in forever. These things always get so stuffy and weird.
I'll see if he can have a small break and come brighten the party for you for a little bit.
And then you see him kind of pause for a moment and kind of lean into you, looking like he's about to whisper something. So, can he dance?
Surprisingly, I never thought it was possible, but he did manage to best even one of Avarice's attendants in a competition of dance at the Aegis Academy tournament.
It's choreography. It's not actual dance.
Choreography is a kind of dance.
Exactly, that's dance.
It looked like a dance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which is a little bit of a laugh and a bit of a joke. It's cool. All right, that happened. We've made it past that. We're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine.
So you're about to start setting someone to teach me how to dance now?
I mean, Maury might just want you to come in and dance. That's all.
I think he likes to.
He's a fun-loving guy.
I think he likes to.
I mean, if you want to have some type of fun at this, can you imagine Ruin going out to dance and a sea full of nobles not being funny?
Yeah.
Finn immediately sees the prank opportunity if Ruin wasn't his best friend, but I'm gonna wholeheartedly disclose to Ruin, Rumi wants you to try and dance in a room full of nobles.
I don't know noble dances, so yeah, they'd have it.
Then after another few hours, I'll notify him that you might have seen something off the western wall and went to investigate.
Good enough for me.
Going back down the list of people that are showing up, you see that coming in next is something a little odd. Someone you didn't expect to see. You see Livia and Oscar Riverheart.
Oh, we got some bad blood with them now, or at least one of them.
What was that?
That was the people that tried, or that was the girl that tried to craft the elimination of one of the Oparan households.
The top
And-
household.
And the one that has all of the vampire shock troopers.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, the
And
Riverhearts
her
was-
grandfather that beat the shit out of her, if I'm not mistaken.
It was Sparta that beat the shit out of
Shit out of her. Okay, yeah.
Not of the family of Wanda, right? Not
That would be
person.
the Orsolves.
Okay.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
The-
opposite side of the.
Yes,
Yeah.
the girl was trying to plan the execution of the entire Orsov household.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the gambling thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The one we got money from.
Yes.
Right,
Yes,
the
that's
ones that y'all fleece for all them gold coins.
That's
Yep.
what I remember. Yes.
Mhm.
So, should we be in hiding now?
No. I made it very obvious to her that I was not going to even let the thought of my team being a fucking scapegoat cross her mind.
Yeah. Seems to be a full-on thing, which when she goes by, she doesn't even acknowledge that she knows you in any way.
I return the favor.
Damn, I wish Tahlu was there.
That's right.
Yeah, we would be reckless.
Y'all would be. Up next, you see what looks to be a whole detachment that comes in green. As you see, with a beautiful green cape that seems to be made out of slightly changing leaves, is Trenton Ilioni.
Hey,
I will bow to him.
Which
As-
he gives you a bow also in return. It's a pleasure to see you, Sin.
Prince Ilioni.
In which you hear one of those kind of, Your Majesty. Well, it seems the duty calls, of course. Be well.
As to you. They're expecting you inside.
Unfortunately.
There will be a smile on my face.
With that as the processions lead on, you see other lesser known people, merchants and things like that get announced, and you're like, You do see that Gilmore himself seems to be coming, as he is heading with this caravan in all purple and gold. This kind of has slightly purple smoke coming off of it.
Interesting.
It was a bit of an issue, but apparently it was checked out and seen not to be an issue. It's just an enchantment to make him seem more glamorous.
Of course.
Gilmore.
I can appreciate a man of prestige.
Did the guy with Caleb come?
Which guy with Caleb?
The guy. I gotta look at my notes. I don't know.
That's right. It's a whole bunch of guys in this world.
But you know what I'm talking
I
about.
don't
You
know
just
what you're
want,
talking about.
you did know what I'm
I
talking about.
all know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So Gilmore showed up.
Oh yeah. And Gilmore is enjoying all of the fanfare as people outside the wall have been showing up just to see all these fancy people coming by, because this could be the only time in your life you ever get a chance to see some of them. You see what seems to be a massive progression of soldiers seem to come towards the gates. And you see what looks to be the Tolarian royal family symbol of the dragon's claw over the blue field background. And from what you can see coming out, as you're standing here also to intercept and meet people, is you see King James Alexander, Queen Diane, and their son Prince Daniel, which their son is maybe 7, 8 best. And you see another guy that looks a lot like King James, a little bit. They seem similar, but he seems to be more in the garb of a soldier. But they go by you with barely an acknowledgement. They kind of give you the general acknowledgement, like, I'm me, you're you, you see me, keep it moving.
Yes.
But you get to see them. Yeah, who of note else would you notice?
Asmodeus.
Whoa, shit, this just cranked to 11 real quick.
Yeah.
Like I was on the list.
Motherfucker walks in with the tux, looking all nice and shit.
He has the attire. He has the prestige.
He
I
has
shouldn't
the
say prestige.
invitation.
He has the infamy. And he has the audacity.
I mean, he is royalty, but no, that's not who you see. Who you see next, which catches you way off of the way, is you see a familiar face, Sid. Somebody you saw not too long ago. About a month ago. Is you see stepping from an all-black carriage. Actually, let me describe her. Nope, that's not her. Pull that back up. That was the wrong photos. That's not her either. There's her photo. You see in a stunning red dress that seems to have gold highlights and almost seems to shimmer as she moves, with these beautiful black heels with red bottoms. You see Lady Lashea of the House of Fire, the Lady of her Flame herself.
Going to stiffen up a bit and try and stand up straight.
And you also see the one that seems to be accompanying her is Aster, who you met on the mountain. But something seems slightly even different about him now. He's wearing a very nice kind of black and red kind of flame outfit of attire that that goes all the way up and kind of ties around his neck in a solid suit. And you'd swear he seems even bigger than he was before. You're like, the fuck? Do they make Keldons out of?
The Keldons, I guess, get to eat whatever they want and plenty of it. Because there's no way you grow that big.
Like, he's clearly easily clearing 7 feet. And you're like, the fuck, how?
I met you when you were 6. Now you're 7.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah, I
grew
met him when he
a foot
was...
in a month?
Wow, I met him at 6'8".
That's true. You actually got a good look at him, but yeah, he was big even then. But yeah, he just seems, and it's odd. Like you've been around royal people when they walk around. He seems to carry himself same as the Lady of Fire, with a certain presence to them, and it's like it feels heavy and oppressive. Is the best way to put it.
It's not the first time I've been met with this.
Oh no, it feels like they walk with their own gravity, as he is accompanying her delicately.
I will kind of step forward just a hair's breadth in front of Avarice and greet them.
Mm-hmm. To which Aster allows her to step forward, and she kind of looks at you and says, have we met before?
No, ma'am, I'm just here to receive the guests.
Make a bluff check.
I'm good at these.
His name down, but I have to.
Not when I roll a frickin' 9. Okay, 9 plus bluff of 18 is still 27.
That is 27 is your number.
Yes.
She takes a look at you and looks over at Aster. I remember now. You came to visit my mountain. You're his son. Thought you looked familiar.
And you just lied to her.
And with
Yes.
that, she just kind of steps past you. She doesn't say anything
Okay.
else.
then I'll just let her step past me.
Which Avarice kind of is looking over at you like, the fuck?
My father royally put his foot in his mouth.
All right. And as you see people continue to walk in and come by, let me see if there's anyone else you would notice. Oh, actually, you would notice people that are coming in a black carriage. It actually has the Sindel crest on it. You're like, the fuck?
But all of the Sindaus were here.
Basically. Oh, you remember, Sarayu also isn't here. So it's like, okay, that can make sense. If anybody would be late, it would be Sarayu.
Make a grand entrance, yes.
And you see stepping out of the carriage a figure that's wearing a very nice and beautifully embroidered black suit with seemingly kind of black bead embedding. That has what looks to be a very beautiful blade that was laid upon his hip. And as he steps out, he kind of steps, and almost like a sentinel steps and looks around, and he locks eyes with you. Make a insight check. Or a sense motive check, I should say. Keep calling it the same things.
Plus sense motive of 6 for another dirty 20.
You get a chill that runs down your spine when this person looks at you. The oddest thing is while you can see them, you don't feel anything from him. Like, most people's bodies give off some type of indication of their movement or anything. It's like looking at a blank slate. Clearly intelligent, clearly moving, clearly understanding, but giving you nothing. You're like, the fuck? And it's highly unnerving to you. Sets all your senses on edge. Is stepping out in a black and gold outfit with the pin of the Sindel crest upon his left breast is Zero behind him.
Ooh.
I'll kind of just grit my teeth and hold firm.
And with that, as they're beginning to walk in, you can see that there are some other seemingly minor nobles that are walking behind them. And as they walk up to the door, you hear Avarice says, "What are you doing here?" "This is my home, dear child. More so than even you. Now step aside, the both of you," looking at you and Avarice.
And I just kind of clear my throat and look to her, and he kind of step to the side.
Let's see what Avarice does. Her home training doesn't allow her not to remember to not cause a scene, and so she steps to the side. And with that, he goes to walk past you, and as that guy walks past you for a moment, he kind of looks over at Avarice and looks back at you, and it's almost like you swear he's studying your face to remember it. And then he continues to walk inside. Back out on the wall, as it's been about 4 hours now, of people arriving. Let me see if I can have all of you roll one last perception check before we go.
I was gonna say Tahlu is still thinking about a boat.
Does
Man,
anyone
my-
from Ventus actually arrive?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But
Okay.
people are still arriving. Like,
Oh, wait,
people have been arriving non-stop. It's just you notice certain people come out just like, "Oh, okay, I know who you are. Oh, I know who the fuck you are."
Is
Oh,
it
wait.
dim?
I've met you, I've fought you, I've been stabbed by you, I've been intimidated by you twice. You're new.
Ruin, what's Ruin's perception?
Well, that's what I was about to say. Are we in dim light or?
I would say this is dusk. The sun is setting.
Okay, then that would put me at a 26.
I'm
I'm
still
gonna
gonna
use.
say 6. Oh, so did I. Sorry.
Nice.
Wait, can I use this assume knowledge? Oh, the knowledge. Fuck.
Mine is only a +6, but because I'm nocturnal, I get a +2.
Oh no, I was trying to steal your skill.
It's only on knowledge skills, isn't
I
it?
was
Though?
gonna say, yeah, it's only on knowledge skills, and he would have to be close enough for you to do that, which is possible.
So all I have to do is see him.
I was gonna say, I thought your spell had a distance to it.
It's not a spell.
Oh, I thought, maybe I'm confused by it, but that works.
It's a class ability.
Ah, yeah, it doesn't have a distance, I guess. All right.
But yeah, it won't work anyway. So 8 plus 14, 22.
Nice.
Really
All right.
Oh no, I'm wrong. It's a 28. I'm sorry. Because 8 plus 19 is a 27. 27. There you go.
26 for Wanda.
Yes.
So 27, 26, 26, and
22.
22.
I'm thinking about that boat too much.
Nice.
Lowest is a 22.
And for you, Sin, just as you see the carriage comes out, which holds the symbol of Ventus on it, you see Lord Hisoka beginning to disembark from it, and looking down and looking up to you. On the wall, those of you that are out there begin to see, just for a second, Ruin, you swear you see in one of the alleyways down between the wall and the docks, you swear you see some really irregular, quick movement that catches your eye, almost like movement for a cat in the shadows, and you're like, the fuck?
At that point, I would tell Tahlu, I go, Tahlu, tell everyone to be on alert at this area over here.
Which team do I know is over there in that general area?
Basically where I'm looking at, it's basically us and possibly Avarice's team.
I was going to say,
no.
where you guys are near the middle of the wall, it's just y'all. There's nobody else within your team.
Okay, well, at that
within
point,
thousands of feet.
I was gonna say because we're up top. I mean, you said the movement was on the ground.
Yes, it was on the ground outside of the wall, down
In the
in the
alleyways.
city, in one of the alleyways.
So there wouldn't
You
be a
can-
closer team than that.
Then you all know.
Yeah.
No,
Is
but
that
you can
point
still tell the
wrong?
rest of the walls to be on alert.
Oh yeah, I'll
Yeah.
definitely do that.
I was like, tell everyone to be on high alert. I'm gonna head out to check that out real quick.
If he's heading out, I was gonna tell him stay in the air and don't wander too far. Stay
We'll
with the
pick up
message.
this- All right, gotcha. Remember, I don't know how to use this card unless you message me or call me first.
I
We'll
will
pick
message.
up its
I got the
quiver.
message spell right.
And do you?
I have my ring, and I'm gonna immediately. I don't know if Avarice is within distance. I'm gonna tell her have everyone on your team be on alert. There's someone moving around in the shadows.
She is not. The compound is that big.
Okay, then never mind.
I do have a message spell. I get 100 feet plus 10 feet per level.
You wouldn't make it.
Everybody would be out of range of you.
Yeah.
I'm saying this is for Ruin.
For Ruin, it would work, yeah. If
But
Ruin
I'm
went
telling
out,
you-
if you went to where Ruin was and he went straight out from you, then yeah. But he's gonna pass the range limit of where your spell can hit. Going to look at this thing. He just has fucking ridiculous eyesight and saw it.
All right, so I'm gonna tell Ruin to stay within range of what is it, 100?
It's
200 feet.
base.
It's 200 feet for me.
Yeah, I'd say.
I'm
'Cause
gonna tell Ruin go out 200 feet. I'll message you, and then can he say because he gets to reply back?
He would get to reply back to your message spell.
What?
Yeah.
Does he have to reply back immediately?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay, well then Ruin's instructions will be go out 200 feet. I'll message you. If you don't see anything, let me know. I'm gonna keep an eye on you, and I'll use the card to message the rest of the team, or at least the message. If I
Message
can't message
Sin.
everybody, I can message Sin to message everybody.
Yeah, you can't message out anyone. None of us can. Just message Sin and let him know because I know him and Avarice are probably inside. To tell her team to keep watch as well. And I'm headed down.
I was gonna ask, did you do Margot's perception, or is she not perceiving anything?
Oh, I did, but Margot has been looking at other things. But I
I
gave her a
bet.
perception text.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're perfectly good. I will say that you do see Ruin fly away from the wall and out over the city.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure Get saw that.
He also did, which he's looking like he was about to turn and ask you about it. Like, what is he doing?
Probably saw something.
I'm going to at that 200 mark. I'll message Ruin if he sees anything.
Ace, would I have to roll another perception, or
You would, good sir.
Did you hear me when I responded?
I got you also.
Thank you.
okay? So that one's not going to be as good. That's going to be a 24. Is that 8?
With your 24, as you're looking out towards where it was, the spot that you saw the figure from is still a bit of ways away, so just trying to look from where you are the best you can. Kind of taking a glance out there, you swear you almost see something else kind of shimmer and move for just a briefest of seconds. As you see what looks to be just a clockwork automaton apparently moving through the alleyway towards the main street.
At that point, I immediately call out, like, hey, or I tell Tahlu as soon as he sends that message, hey, there's a freaking goddamn, or what is it? There's an automaton out here.
From what you can see, it looks like the automaton's carrying what looks to be a basket.
It's carrying a basket.
Looks to be a large wicker basket in both hands, about, I'd say maybe a 4x4 basket.
Maybe it's a drone.
Regardless, all this information is getting passed to Sin. That way he can pass it around and see what they want done with it.
But that is what you see, and that is where we'll end this session of Aegis Academy, as you are flying out to roughly 200 yards away from the wall, and you spotted in the streets, among other things, an automaton that caught your eye moving through the alleys as it's moving towards the main road, carrying a large wicker basket.
Do we know of automatons normally driving around?
I mean, automatons aren't unusual. In Tulare, there's many a thing. So normally the wealthier have automatons because the maintenance and upkeep for one can be expensive, but they are often used to run menial tasks because they're strong enough to be able to carry heavy things over a good distance and not need a break or a rest or anything like that.
Let's say, Ace, with that roll, since I'm a little bit closer, would I be able to tell if it's like one of the ones that we saw in the Citadel?
It is not. Oh, it's not a large golem. No. This,
No.
I would say this looks more of a humanoid design, but you can see it looks like a clockwork gear being.
Okay.
But it looks to be more humanoid. It's about maybe 6 feet. Looks to be articulated arms. It looks like a human until you take a good look at it, and you can see the gears even from here that are moving as it's walking through. The golems were 10 by 10. They were massive. Like, the golem wouldn't even fit through that alley. It would just fuck up shit as it walked through.
Okay. I just want to double check.
Oh, yeah. You are quite good and quite well about that. But no, it just looks like a normal... And ideally, as you've been up here before, you've seen automatons like this before out in this area. They're the only place you've seen them, but you've seen them before when you came up here that'll go to stores and things and get things for their master.
So that might not even be anything, but either way.
Hey, it's all good. Now they at least know. So yes, and you would have got that information about an automaton that was seen by Ruin near one of the walls.
With the basket.
With the wicker
I would pass it along to Kristoff via the card, because I know I can contact him, stating that there was a something that has caught the eye on the western wall for whatever reason.
All right. The last thing I would say that you'll see is that, especially for you, Wanda, as you were sitting on that corner, is you would see a squad of 20 soldiers tear out of the actual compound and seemingly, I'm not sure exactly where, but somehow come out of what seems to be some type of doorway beneath you in the wall and tear out towards that automaton.
Damn.
All right, then.
But hey, the more soldiers that leave the compound, the better for me.
No.
Yes,
No.
indeed. All right. As for the after credit scene,
There are none.
oh,
Fine.
We gain an extra ship because all the stuff that happened.
for the most part, I would say that you'd probably be a bit aware of it, but Zero walks into his ancestral home, a place he hasn't been in many a year, feeling the pride of himself and wearing the Sindao crest as an equal, with his companion, who is acting as his guard for the evening. And as he walks in, Celine and Sprada both kind of catch his eye at the same time. And Celine, with a lot more poise, can continue to hold her conversation and act as there's nothing wrong. Sprada just freezes. While in mid-conversation with the Queen of Xanthos,
I guess so.
as he stares. And the companion that's with, I would say, Sin, how far away would you be from the entryway to the party at that point? If you messaged Kristoff, did you stay outside by the entry gate or did you go inside?
I would have taken like a step or two away from Avarice just so I could quickly send it via the card and then step back.
All right. Then you wouldn't hear it, but as Tyree Run isn't somebody who's at his actual position, you would hear all of a sudden. The oddest thing is that you'd get a message from Ty asking you, so does Wanda have like a brother or something that's here in the party? Because somebody just said her name out loud. And that's the last thing that you get.
What?
Oh shit! Somebody's hunting down Wanda.
Somebody just said her name. That's all.
We have made quite a few waves.
That's all. It's no big
I
deal
mean,
at
there's a
all.
lot of reasons someone could be saying my name. I'm not gonna lie, but
Say my name, say my name.
Look, I'm still
I
scared
mean-
over the fact of for two different reasons. One, the Lady of Flame managed to recognize me even in my human form. And two, I still have to receive everyone from Ventus, and inevitably when I see now, Sin is going to blush and then probably be harassed by Avarice, and I'm going to have to return into my Kitsune form to hide it.
Also very valid.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yes, indeed. I would say there also seems to be more people that are coming. And I would say for you, Sin, you can see what looks to be two larger carriages more than anything else that also kind of give you that same feeling of like, what is... As you imagine, Lord Hisoka and Now will be coming, because Now is his attendant.
Yep.
And while that seems fairly fine, as you can actually see that the one carriage has a Kitsune driver, you're like, okay, I probably know what that one is. The other one just has a very pale, what seems to be carriageman by himself that's kind of had to be drawn by these four massive black stallions. But you don't get a good feeling from that one.
Ooh. Are we talking pale as in like he might be a little, I don't know, lifeless?
Pale on more the anemic side.
Okay,
Actually,
good.
I would say you can see from here. Make a history check for me because you'd be able to see it from this distance.
All right.
That's already
Okay.
inside
Okay. 19 plus knowledge history of 4 for a 23.
You've seen the crest that's on this actual carriage before. You haven't seen it in quite some time, in months actually, since you guys were traveling with the Sky Sword. But
Those saw.
that looks like the house crest of House Orsov of Opara.
from
From the place we rescued your mother from.
Oh shit!
Bum bum bum.
Oh man, we
Vampires.
can't ever just have a good, easy fucking day.
Look, you can. It's just that this is a big party with a lot of big wigs will come to. And, I mean, Orsov did actually physically see Sprada and Celine. And he-
Exactly.
And that
That's
shit
what
wasn't
I
going to be let go, so that's some him shit with them.
Always got me.
Look,
Well, maybe we'll get lucky and we won't get involved.
Hey, look, maybe nothing will happen. Maybe he'll just
Look, one of the biggest power plays that they can do right now is to roll up in Sprada's home and just be like, it's a very nice home. It's a shame mine had to come to some damage. And they have to then play, quite literally, firefighters as it's... He's going to probably go after them, not us.
Yep.
But that's still not a good thing.
I mean, in this big party with all these big important people around, you'd have to imagine that a lot of people are going to be on edge. There's a lot of social combat that's about to be engaged.
Oh, I'm
And the
so
best
glad I
time
left
to
Bruno
fuck
at the
with
wall.
somebody is when they can't do shit about it.
Oh yeah, when the room is littered with live hand grenades, now's the best time to play spoons.
Yeah, it's not like Sprotta can start a whole fight in the front of the king and the queen and the royal family and all the other shit that's going around. He has his position and status to think about.
I mean, you don't have to start the fight; you can finish it.
I mean, that's if the fight ever goes that way. Plus, he also
I'd
knows
say-
that his students are fucking in and around the building.
That is unfortunately the easiest thing to do, though, is you can drag someone through the mud and never pull your hands from behind your back.
Of course.
Because when it boils down to the room full of people, the 6 people you're around, oh no, he was provoking Sprada the entire time, but the so far 85 others are like, Sprada threw the first punch, though.
Yeah. Even being provoked with his station, Sprada is the commander general of a nation's army. If he attacks a noble from another nation, that's like a
That's war.
declaration of war.
That's not like a declaration of war, that is a declaration of war.
A straight up war were declared.
Look, all I need to know is that they come in a ship.
No, they did not.
I was going to say it could be possible, but I would say this. That carriage didn't pass by the wall where you were looking at things.
I'm sad.
Damn.
I'm sad. I mean, who knows? There may be a ship that's out there. If you want to go and try to attack or Solvin Noble's ship, I mean, hey. In a crowded docks that's always going 24/7, you can go for it.
You
How
got the
many people are
chance.
going to remember a Nagaji with a glowing thing on his arm?
Not
No.
7.
Or
Exactly.
or I disguise as a human.
With
Yeah,
a
that is
glowing
possible.
item on your arm.
I mean, it's a possibility. There's multiple ones out there.
I'll just look like Sin.
Hey.
But you're gonna be like, 7 feet tall or something?
I don't think that works. It's a glamour. I can appear as human as I want.
Also, I've got Avarice standing next to me and a quite literally room full of alibis.
But you are the Celine's apprentice, so you're magical, so you can easily pull that off.
Hey,
True.
Way to shift the blame. Way to shift the blame.
true. But I would also probably say that from the way the damage would look, some intelligent people would be like, this looks very familiar to the damage that happened to Teleria a few months ago.
Yeah, like how an entire slums just disappeared. I'm
Yeah.
very powerful magically, but I'm not, national destruction level powerful yet.
Hey, I've gotten better control of it. I can make it look less powerful.
That's also true.
Okay? But then there's also a room full of Kitsune that, just about anybody with sufficient amount of magic can look like another race. It's not hard.
So then
You're-
nobody knows what happened.
That is
You're talking
quite
about-
possible.
You're just
Child's play level of magic.
at that point. Then it's just war declared. Vengeance.
Yeah.
And nobody knows who fired the first shot, just like in U.S. history.
Hey, look, who fired the first shot isn't always as important as people who
Han
want that shot fired.
Solo fucking did it. Han fucking Solo shot first. We got it. All right.
Sometimes you
No.
just need a shot fired to get what you want done in the first place.
Han didn't shoot first. Han just executed a bitch. Let's be real here.
Yeah, he still shot first.
There was only one shot. It is the first and last.
Exactly. He shot first and last. Ain't no shot come after.
I still don't even understand why that's even an argument. Who gives a shit?
Technically, well, it was whether or they did that he was just killing him as a murderer or if he was doing self-defense. But technically, Han,
Since Han Solo is supposed to be a good guy,
Mhm. But technically, Han shot first, and in response, the guy was going to also shoot, but he was already dead, so his aim was off, and Han jumped his head, which made it easier.
The thing is,
Though
if
he
they're
never
try-
had that type of accuracy for the rest of the fucking trilogies, but whatever.
Right? Right? That was the same goddamn shit I was trying to figure out too. I was like, this mother. Never mind.
I was gonna say is, if they're trying to, justify him being a good guy, but yet shooting first, it's easiest. He knew the situation he was in. He shot to defend himself because he knew if he didn't shoot first, it'd be his ass.
Oh, yeah. It was very much this guy came here to kill me type thing, and he was making sure that he was ready to shoot back, and took him out first. It's a very morally great thing to make Han Solo seem edgier and cool. All right. With that, are there any questions before we close things out for the night?
No, not really. That's what I can think of.
Excellent.
I mean, I saw everything going down. 20 soldiers just booked it out that Wanda saw.
In all honesty, I'm gonna wait to see how things play out next week to see my reaction for when the Ventus entourage appears and everyone else that shows up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're getting out of the... Well, they're going to get out of their carriage, but they're there.
Yeah, I can see the carriage. It's just I don't see the people yet.
Mm-hmm. Which is very disconcerting because that carriage is right in front of the other Orsovian carriage.
Ooh.
Which means they'll be all entering together. Yay! It'll be fine. It's fine. Well, as always, you all could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you chose to be here with us, so we appreciate that. We will catch you guys next Sunday, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, for the next episode of Aegis Academy. But, depending on what you want to do throughout the week, we will be streaming here, which tomorrow we will be getting into some 2-point campus action where we will be running and simulating having our own super college. Will it be Aegis Academy put into the video game? Will it be some Harry Potter knockoff that I make of wizards and all that other stuff? Who knows what the hell I'm going to do? We'll figure it out. It'll probably be a lot of chaos. It'll be a lot of destruction. Somebody may